2, 1, let's boogie.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
Yeah.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcast you live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known lands. The original drama cast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is out from the point. I don't know, can I say it starts hair this time? I don't know. Do you know how ironic it was to be on the stream with Mediger and busting Boogie's I honestly don't want to say it's like let's just say like I'm 98% convinced, but I'm leaving I've gone down 2% of being retarded. If you notice, I never actually said it.
Well,
you know,
I guess we can. Yeah. I mean, this is where my question is like, if there's one guy who, let's say, like he's not lying. And he's so addicted to self-sabotage that he just won't show the fucking evidence. If there's one guy that would do that, it's Boogie.
Yeah, but I think more than likely he just lied. Do I know it for a fact? No. I mean, I'm just going to say everybody's going to get on my fucking ass for theorizing about what Twitch did. That was so fucking unreasonable. So why don't I just take the Chud Logic approach? I can't say it until I see it in front of me. You know? I'm kidding. I kept doing a Chud today. It was really funny. I kept him, after he's done doing Boogie, I kept him saying donation. Like, when are you going to talk about Boogie faking his cancer? Over and over, and he kept responding to it legitimately. I even did it, from Breakfast and Beer and, my Shop of the Point Hockey channel and stuff like Hey, Glory Hunters. I just kept switching channels. It was really funny. He's like, no, I did it before. I can't talk about the same thing all the time. We have to switch subjects. And then I do it a minute later. I don't know. It cost me about $50, but it was pretty fucking entertaining. Oh, God. But Chud Logic's fun. Watched a lot of Nick's stream. But I guess the irony of it wasn't lost on me when I was reading the donations at the end that, I'm sitting here with Mediger, maybe one of the biggest guys ever. I was thinking about doing these top 10s, and I was gonna, strangely enough, put him in the greatest commentator of all time. Because I had a whole bunch. I didn't have iDubbbz on the list. I'm kind of I want to do a Hall of Fame. I've always kind of wanted to do a Hall of Fame. And there was a time where I kind of didn't believe his cancer story, but here I am with Mediger lecturing Boogie about faking his cancer, a guy that once accused Mediger of faking his cancer. I hope he doesn't remember that.
Yeah, the irony wasn't lost on me. I was like,
oh, no, you did? You thought of it? Because it was a little uncomfortable, let me tell you.
I was like, man, there's nobody here with a long memory because...
my plan was, if for some reason it got broke, I'd tap out immediately. I'd actually tapped out years earlier as well. I said that was a bunch of bullshit. The thing is, why I did was, look, we were at war with them, so I mean that's part of it. It was confirmation bias, but the other part was the way Tonka told me. It sounded like, but Tonka probably told me a bunch of bullshit. It sounded like a bunch of a hunk of horse shit the way it was explained to me. So yeah, there's one of my birthday streams.
Do you have a clip of that?
The famous push the button monkey. Stream. Yeah. Boogie lying to you in private convo about Cancer Day is a new low even for him. Maybe. Is it weird that I can't get outraged anymore? It's nothing. I'm really not even that mad at him. I don't care.
Well, yeah, it's just saying. I've been around so many people lying about dead moms and all this shit. It's just cool, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Andy Worski got a bunch of people together to say I was, yearning on children and getting people to say he had no compunction about putting that out there. None. It's really tough to get mad at him doing this stuff. I don't get upset about other people getting outraged, but me personally, I used to kind of farm outrage and get all outraged. I just don't have it anymore. I don't care. I just assume everybody's a retard, and I'm never let down. I mean, never let down. So go ahead.
I think with me is I could see Boogie going to the doctor, and the doctor's like, "Yeah, you have polycythemia." And then the doctor's explaining there's two types. There's polycythemia and polycythemia vera. and he's like, the Vera part can be cancer. And then Boogie's like,
clip of that?
Could I have that? And the doctor's like, yeah, I mean, it's possible. We'd have to do some more tests. And then he just something switches in his head, and he's just like, I got cancer. I got cancer.
That's true, and that's pretty much Keem's theory, and I think it's even a better theory than I could come up with, which I was a little jealous of, I suppose. Yeah. That's more than likely it. But you know what that also means, I always often I hear lefties say this: nobody wants to be a victim. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you like people love being victims?
Boogie not only wants to be a victim, he wants to be like a victim of hate. You know what I mean? Like he wants people that like he wants to be like, everybody hates me right now.
He thinks it gives them an air of sophistication. It's almost like when I was growing up, like if you were a little brown and you had, maybe your neighborhood was just a little more working class than my neighborhood, and you were from the streets. You were victimized by that, and it gave you a certain amount of sort of insight and wisdom that other stupid asses that lived in my part of town didn't have. It's almost like a kind of a version of that, I'm from the hood. I got cancer.
I know. One thing.
What the funny thing is? I still have done it. I still haven't done it. Like I don't believe him, but that doesn't mean I accused him. He has accused me of accusing him of faking it in the past.
Yeah.
And I never did that. And yes, he did use this privately for stupid stuff. It is amazing. Like it's completely reflexive. I don't think he can help it. I don't.
I think he's like addicted to that mindset. He really needs to stop bringing his girlfriend in on screen and being like, "Babe, tell him I have cancer. Tell him exactly like everything I'm telling you right now. Now you just say it. You say it to the camera now. Exactly what I just
said." What did Medicare say? Like you should tell her to blink twice or something.
Yeah. Could you believe how nice Medicare was?
I couldn't. I guess, but you know what? I think when he said he's fucked in that stream. All right, that means he's ready to check out. I think there was a moment, because let's not undercut how cruel Medicare could be. I think he was.
I thought he was coming on to bury.
No, I think when you're staring down if you can see the light in the corner of your eye, it's like you start to realize a lot of this stuff. And I noticed when he had the fight with Ralph. And, Ralph was saying all those hard things. I remember he said something to the effect, I forgot what he was replying to. He said something to the effect, Ralph, you just, you take the good with the bad and you go day by day. And it sounded so sincere. And and Ralph cried. I mean, let's just be honest with you. He fucking broke down in tears and he fucking cried. This is somebody that he admired, that was talking for real and just showed Ralph how ridiculous he was being. And all Ralph was there was just saying like, look, I'm not afraid of you. Right. And he's like, he was telling him, no, there's nothing to be afraid of but yourself. It was a really wild situation. So that was the first sort of crack in the sort of relentless, unforgiving Mr. Medicare. I had no idea it was on his head, though. Mm-hmm. So in a weird way, it was an honor to I was like, I'm watching. Is that XQC? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I was wondering if you noticed.
Yeah, I did. I was like, XQC? I couldn't interrupt. Hey, Destiny, tell me, is that really XQC? Oh, tell him I love his stuff, and I make fun of his stutter.
Boogie.
You can't make fun of. It's not a joke.
But going back to Medicare real quick, like if you were not. If you did not know the context of who Medicare was, who Boogie was, who you guys were, you would think that Boogie and Medicare were friends.
Yeah, I thought he was Mr. Rogers of YouTube.
He just seemed like this genuine nice guy. He was just like, Boogie, just show the evidence, buddy, and it's all over.
I have to interrupt this. Beckenbauer wasn't fucking corrupt. They never proved a goddamn thing. And he liked to avoid paying taxes. That makes him a hero. He should have moved to America and been an American hero. Thank you very much. Go ahead. Don't say bad things about Franz Beckenbauer. I saw him in fucking 1982, motherfucker. Go ahead. Anything else?
All right.
I absolutely.
I think that's it. Yeah. But...
No, sorry, Ben. Nobody can say bad things about Franz Beckenbauer. It's not allowed. I love Franz. He just died 2 months ago, you bastard. Now on to XQC. No, there was that, and I should I admit this? I did get tipped. I I did get a tip, so I wasn't terribly surprised but it was just before the stream, on what exactly was going to happen. And the other thing was, there was something going on behind the scenes that was really pissing me off. I'm just going to come out with this. I'll give you guys want some real dirt. The whole thing with fucking, I'm just going to put this out there because I've promised you guys that I've never been a part of any kind of work or bit before or anything like that. If I do a bit, it's on the surface and I'll talk about it afterwards. No one has ever asked me to do anything or fake anything or actually do this so-called forced drama thing. You know, and for somebody like me who tries to get absolutely everything to be organic, and, you know, I'll go through show after show and I don't put the pressure on myself. So when something crazy happens like a Mama Max, yeah, it's a long time in between episodes. But I'm not trying to make that happen just to keep myself alive. I have a regular talk show. You can tune in when you feel like it. Something happened just prior to this. It was the first time that I was ever involved with anything that was definitely forced. Do you guys notice how quiet I was and how unirritated I was by Keem's throwing me under the bus and all that other stuff? The reason I was is because I wasn't offended by what Keem, because it was just such utter bullshit. I knew it. And then I'll just tell you right out, he told us to do a stream going back at him. So it was complete horseshit. The whole thing was fucking horseshit. And I'm never, ever, ever going to fucking, like, because I can get kicked over there and I'm fired over there. I still need you. If it comes out, like, if somebody drops a fucking thing, because he wrote me back and said, okay, go do a stream tonight and go off on me. And I was like, sure, Roger, got it. But then I realized, like, I'm completely blowing my relationship with the source income that I have and the stuff that I can have when it blows up. So no, I that's why I just didn't get mad. I wasn't gonna fucking fake it. And you know, then I got tipped off about the Destiny thing, and, you know, just let it ride out. But I'm not faking that shit. There's no way. I was kind of forcing the whole thing, and I was actually a little pissed off about it because, like, after Keem did that, I went right to bed. I listened to the part where he said that where I promised I was going to be in Buffalo, which I never did, and I know my name went on a poster for some gaming convention that I never agreed to go to. And, you know, it really is just this simple. Like, wife says no, I'm not going. It's not. We don't have the kind of money just to go everywhere. And if it was, you know, I was making $10K a month, I think I'd be obligated to go out there, but it's just not that. I don't have it.
Shot for the point, bitch.
You know, we're desperately, you know, we're in our 40s trying to get a house and a loan, and you know, it's just not happening. And my relationship with SFTP supersedes absolutely everything, because it's the guys that kept me alive when I was, like, bleeding sub for 3-4 years straight. And no, I'm not doing that. So I just kind of kept my mouth shut. I wasn't angry about what Keem said because A, I knew it wasn't true, and B, it came out of nowhere, and then they told us to do a stream right afterwards, and I'm not capitulating, and that's it. You know, if Keem, like, he put that stream out saying he quit, there was no heads up, no nothing. Fucking, I know you're gonna have a hard time feeling for Boogie, hard time feeling sorry for Boogie. Okay, they didn't sleep all night. I went to bed. The only reason I had to get up is to go to physiotherapy. So it's just like this. My wife says no. That's fucking it. We're a team. Nothing's more important than that. And you know, here's another thing. Like, well, why don't you just let the show pay for it? Well, the show is my check. And the other thing is, no one's taking my kid to soccer. No one's picking him up from school. You know, my wife, like, works, right? And my job is to take care of everything at home. Yeah, you know, it's like, well, it's not like you lose a babysitter, you lose income, you lose all that stuff. It's just, I can't do that.
Keem made it sound like you lived in New Jersey, right? You live in Germany. You have to fly.
Most people know that. That's why I didn't get mad, because most people know that, and I really, really don't care all that much. But I just felt like I was, all the accusations that really bothered me. It does piss me off when people say forced drop. At least from my perspective, because I never fucking forced anything. You know, do we clickbait? Do we over-exaggerate? Do all those entertainment things? Yeah, I'll totally be involved in that. But I'm not going to, like, do this thing where, you know, I heard Shud talking about this, and he's right. Oh, I'm leaving the show, and I'm leaving the show, and I'm leaving the show. Like, it gets old after a while. You pull that card once too many times. With Wings, it's legit, though. I mean, he's just like that, yeah. But I'm not doing that.
My favorite part of lolcow Live when I watch is when one of them's in shit, and then how elated the other one is to see the other one.
You noticed that last night too? I was thinking of that. Like, House Husband.
Wings was on cloud 9.
It ain't
me. Just show your medical papers, buddy. Look, I just did it right here. Look at me, you know. And then if you go back to Wings refusing to come on Lolcow Live because everybody was calling him pedophile, you had Boogie being like, Wings, come on, man. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody calls each other pedophile. It's not that big of a deal. And it's great. It's like.
And here's another thing, like kicking Wings or Boogie off the show. No. I don't care what the fuck you fucking nuts. It's live. I mean, it's exactly where he belongs. It's probably the last place he can work. You know that look, if he goes away and never comes back, you can't watch him do this stuff. You know.
Are we supposed to be honorable hosts at Lolcow?
Yeah, it's like Live? It's not like the low like he wasn't exposed on Lolcow Live. You know, it's like it was like didn't take a Charlie video. Hey guys, I got some information right here. I think you'll be pissed off as I am. In fact, you'll be so pissed. Your eyes will turn yellow from the urine that fills your body. I mean,
you'll shit out stones.
You'll shoot out stones, and you'll get one of those fucking videos. Right? It wasn't that we didn't. Nobody got us. You know, Boogie got. So, Tommy is slowly becoming. Well, Boogie was viewed back in the day. Me? Are you kidding me? I'm one of the most disliked people on the internet. And always will be. At least got enemies. Bitch. Good. But you know, who's that guy? Who's the guy with the cowboy hat? His podcast. That's the Dexterno guy. Destiny has.
That's I don't know him that well. Dan, that's Destiny's friend.
He runs Dexterno.
No, I don't think so.
Was that, I don't know. He's just in there. I've only noticed who he was because he wears a hat all the time.
Okay, buddy.
Since the Dr. Disrespect bus. So he's like a new person in my sort of my sphere, Dan.
Yeah, he's just like Destiny's buddy. That's all I really know.
Okay, so he's Destiny's buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
I got no opinion. I wasn't like saying, oh, that fucking jerker. And no, I just he's been around a lot. It was just funny seeing him because he's a big part of that Dr. Disrespect thing. And right behind Destiny's head, like I see that blonde Frenchman. You know, stick his head out, and then Mr. Medicare, and then Mudahar. It was just completely surreal. Tommy, I live in Belgium, stayed up with you. You're my favorite of the podcast, and I saw Destiny's stream where you were figuring it out. Yeah, I knew it. I didn't know what he was going to do or what he was going to say. I was actually listening to see if Destiny botched it. You know, I was going to stick up for. I told myself if they fuck this, I'm going to stick up for Boogie, but there's just nothing to fucking say. You know, I mean, what am I going to do? It seems to be the thing is like I haven't yet. Well, I'm sure I'm working on it. I've never been as sick as Boogie because I don't even really know what the fuck a biopsy is. So I'm in no position to argue about it. And it's pretty clear. Like I heard that Destiny has like somebody close to him dealt with cancer, and he knows this shit. Because if I had to guess, like if somebody gets sick, somebody cares about, he's going to look up everything because he's a lookup guy. That's just the way he is. He loves looking. He loves reading. You know, I know guys like him growing up, and it just there is like. Nick mentioned this in his cast. Like, there's so many people out there that their families have been I don't know anybody that hasn't been ravaged by cancer. Like, either a friend, a relative, sometimes a child. Like, this really, you have to be as cold and an old internet veteran as I am for this not to bother you. Because I don't care. I don't care. Very, very little pisses me off anymore. You know what bothers me now? Phony YouTubers. That's it. That's it. That's it. I don't care. You bomb all the kids you want. Fucking kill all. I don't care. Cancer? No, don't care. You a fake YouTuber? Like, you're mine. You know. I don't know. It's just tough to. What was that stream we did? We had done the stream the night before, and they're asking. He's like, I forget. Boogie asked me, well, you don't care about this particular situation? I was like, no, let me clear. I care. I just don't. I'm tired of pork clutching. I just don't like doing it. I don't like it anymore. It's not entertaining to me. Most of the internet. I mean, they did this. Somebody did an article on Kavos years ago. It was a big paper, and I forget what it was. Right. And by the way, before I say this is not even criticism of Kavos. He does. He's very open about doing like sort of tabloid journalism inside thing. I think he's actually quite good at it. I love Kavos. I love him to death. And they called it like there's an outrage sort of economy out there, and there is. And if you're a part of it, and you're gonna, like me, I was a part of it, so I'm going to be somewhat of a beneficiary of it. And I think when you get good at that, like outrage farming, like the way I Am Alex does and stuff like that, like I like to think you guys can laugh at me. that have a little bit of talent to be a talk show host, and I can sort of handle it without the side story to some effect. Certainly there's guys that are more effective and better at it than I am. Yeah, sure. But I like to think that I still can entertain on a base level rather than needing the story. I know, even though my channel is very much based on what's going on in the community and stuff like that. I think, but if it just feels like outrage farming. So when I start to feel that way, I just start to get like, I don't like being outraged anymore. I just don't care. I just think the whole event of Destiny coming on, everything that happened, the excuses Boogie made, it's funny to me. And I think that's the best way you should take it. Otherwise, what happens is you become like a Wings Redemption hater, and you actually fucking call the police on him, and you actually get mad when he has a good day. And I don't want to be that guy either. I think that's like the extreme. You become so obsessed with this stuff that you literally hate. And I have people like that with me. They'd love to hear I was dead or channel got deleted or something like that. Bitch. You can become that, or I guess I'm just the antithesis that I don't give a fuck. You know, it's tough to get mad. You know, I sort of, the only thing I won't do, and I promise, when I say I have a friend, it's a friend, whether it's an internet friend or not. I'm not treating them any different, because I know like that was kind of Medicker's line for a long time. There's friends and there's internet friends, and it's like, well, your internet friends are ones theirs to exploit. I ain't doing that either. Fuck that shit. I'm not acting like it above it. I'm not acting if I wouldn't do it if I was cornered, but I don't want to do it. So there you go. Should I just take calls? Unless you got everything, you know. I mean, anything bad about France Beckenbauer, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to kill your kitten. Got it? Good. All right. Don't say bad things about France Beckenbauer. He's my fucking hero. Do you know my little guy is France Beckenbauer? Did you know that? Yeah, I'll show you something. I did not. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this. I'm going to put him on here because I'm so upset that somebody would say how bad and what a problem. I gotta find. Yeah, I'm gonna put the sad one because you said bad things about France Beckenbauer. That's my France Beckenbauer, number 6, New York Cosmos, 1980. Actually, he was there 78, 79, came back in 82. France Beckenbauer, everybody. Don't say bad things about France. So yeah, maybe we should take calls, because I mean it was just surreal. Is there anything else you could? I did like when Nick came on, and apparently he lied about that conversation with Nick. You know? Yeah. Well,
like I think he lies about everything. Did you say that? Did you say Boogie used blanks during the Frank Castle thing?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's a lie. I think Boogie had a bullet in that gun.
All right, Boogie fire shot. Let's go look at. Let's look at it again, because no, I don't think he did. I don't think it matters as far as the law is concerned.
Like, I feel like if he had blanks, that would be the first thing he said after the whole thing went down.
What?
It's like, oh, they were just blanks.
Oh, I'm sure he told the cops that, but he wouldn't go to the internet with that. Sure.
I mean, it's kind of like what we said.
No, here's. Like, I thought it when it happened. When I first saw it, I thought it happened. It sounded like a blank to me. Blanks go, you know, bullets crack. Right. Let's hear it.
You fat.
I don't want one with music. I want like the original raw. I want the raw video. Let's see. So no, this is him just harassing him. The truth behind Boogie, popular YouTube warning shot to show. Was this it? I don't know. So the problem is,
this is my home. You are okay, buddy.
Let's see. Beckenbauer makes Boogie look like Jesus. How dare you? How dare you say that? Let's see. Let me hear that. Let me hear it again. He goes, oh, fuck, it's all got music in it and shit. Is it anybody can somebody give me the raw shit?
I'll take a look.
Footage. I got footage here. Oh, fucking okay. Music, I swear to God.
Let's see.
Hold on.
I don't know that.
Hold on. No. I might take it back. Buddy. Hold on a second. I remember it different. Maybe it was I think I almost remembered a different angle. Yeah, it kicked a little too hard to be a blank.
No,
that was around.
That looks like a gunshot, man.
That was around. No, I think was there another angle it was out, and I just remember hearing maybe it's the sound quality or something.
The door,
it just sounded like puff. That sounded like a shot. No, I take that back. Because so that's funny. So I had it wrong to begin with. I went to Boogie, but because that was a theory I always had. Because I saw the one video.
Did you?
It was around the time that you got on, and I was like, I said to myself that was a blank. It was just something I kept in the back of my head. So I asked him, was that a blank?
So you brought up the blank first.
Yes.
So no. You brought up the blank, and then Boogie ran with it. That's what he did.
Like the doctor brought up the cancer, and like the doctor brought up the cancer. So no, that looks
Boogie's like that's a
because
great idea.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with the blank too. If he fired a blank, I mean, you could see his hand come up. It has no pushback. It's just.
Look, I could be wrong, but I never heard anything about a blank until.
No. I was always a personal thing that I.
Yeah. My point is, you brought up the blank, and now he's saying it's a blank. That's my point.
I don't remember.
Not. The only time I never heard anything before about it was a blank, guys. It was a blank. There was no bullet in the round. Like that would be the first thing I would fucking say if I'm on the internet. Is like it wasn't a real bullet.
Here's another thing too. If he fired a blank, there'd be more smoke.
Yeah. There'd
be a lot more smoke. This would be all puffy and shit. No, there's almost no smoke at all.
It's a bullet.
It's a bullet. You just fired a bullet. Towards the school.
He shot a live round.
His decision making is first class. No, I take that back. I no longer think that's a blank. Maybe it's the quality of the sound I heard. It just sounded like, but there's no smoke. That's wild. Whatever. Hey, if I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again. Crazy. Just absolutely crazy. No, I no longer think that was a blank. But it was just something I always kind of thought. And then I was like, yeah, it was a blank. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When he was like, yeah, you're right.
So you mentioned, yeah, that's exactly what Boogie did. He's like, oh, I can say it's a blank. Boom.
Stop the point, bitch.
Oh. This stupid ass firing around in the air. What a stupid fun. And then like right before that, he's telling Nick to do a story about him. Did you hear Nick's gonna drop the DMs between Boogie or something?
I think he already did, didn't he?
No. The ones about that night, I think. He's not protecting him anymore.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. He said that excuse me. Yeah, he said that he's had enough of protecting him, so there you go. I think we should take calls. Like, have a question for me. Is there anything else we should cover? Because I mean, everything's been said and done already. I feel like almost a little guilty.
Stop the point, bitch.
Even doing this episode feels like I'm just double dipping at this point. I'll take Stinky Brew. He's been there for a minute. Stinky Brew, you're on the air. You're on Chopping the Point. Hello. 3, 2.
He was in there for a while.
1. All right, fine. I talked to George yesterday about, but I'll get him to him later. GH95-2.
Hey, what's up, Tommy?
Hey, what's up? You're on Chopping the Point. What's on your mind?
Dude, you know how, I forget which one said it on lolcow Live, but do you remember when somebody said, and you're making special needs people look good? Well, I'm that special need person, and I would have taken the 65 fucking K. Like, oh my God.
What?
Yeah. No bullshit.
Stop the point, bitch.
I'm special needs. I have full-blown autism. I would have taken the 65K.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, no. You don't need autism to do that. You would. This is not an autism situation. This is a pride thing. Like more than likely, he did it. More than likely he lied. And rather than just come out, like he's never going to do the most rational thing. What did I tell him last week with it? Because here's another thing: the fatty coin. Yeah. I called him out and I told him it was a scam and all that stuff. Do you think I gave a rat's ass if anybody put a dime into that? I know Mudahar and CoffeeZilla care. I even told CoffeeZilla I don't fucking care, right? I don't care. Is it wrong? Yes. I just don't feel like clutching pearls over it, right? Like that's the thing. It's like of course you would have taken the money. Like everybody would take that money to get a dunk on everyone. And if I know Boogie would say, he would start accusing me of having accused him, and I didn't even do it.
Yeah, exactly. You feel one way about it. There's another way to go about it. I feel just fucking sad for him at this point. That's really how I feel. Like I feel apathetic like you, but I feel sad in that way.
Why do you feel sad? Because like I don't feel sad at all. It's impossible to feel sad for him at this point.
Well, because of what I can't believe I'm agreeing with fucking Keemstar of all people, but because he said it for me. It's because it's pathetic. It's fucking pathetic.
Yeah, it's like I've heard about people like Boogie before, but I've never met anybody that worked hard or not to work.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anything like that. I mean, and here's the thing, I'm pretty fucking lazy, you know? I mean, I'm not like
Same.
But comparatively to actually these people that, like, I've never been on welfare. I've never even taken any government money until I got divorced, and I fucking had to get a lawyer to fight for my kid over here. You know,
even then you're still busting ass.
Yeah, like I'm too lazy to collect. I've never collected unemployment. I just don't understand like how anybody can be that way. I don't get it. I mean,
I've ran into people like him before. I actually have a brother that's just like him. Like, believe it or not,
I do. I think there's a lot more people like Boogie than you think. And I think there's a lot of people that are just like Boogie that hate Boogie. I've noticed that with the whole Wings 8807 thing. Yeah, that's the most fascinating thing about lolcow. Yeah. You find out everybody's fat. You find out that people are fucking weird. You find out they're into all sorts of fucking shit that they would love to expose Boogie and Wings for. Yeah. It's bizarre.
It's kind of like it's like the geek in school who wants nothing more to be like the cool guy making fun of the other geek.
Yeah.
Now it's their chance,
it's like the kid that gets picked on all the time, and then finally the new kid comes and he gets picked on. First thing he does, I'm joining. I'm better you than me, motherfucker. You know,
I'm gonna be prideful and stand my ground.
Yeah, something. All right, get out of here, you autist. Thanks for the call. Bye.
All right, bye.
Yeah, it's so wild. I'll take more calls if you can think of something, because I feel like I'm double dipping at this point. It's just weird. You have to take accountability somewhere. Where do you take it to? Yeah, I mean, I don't care that he's being held accountable. I don't want to be the. Is it okay if I'm not the one that does it? Care one way or another. If he fucking leaves, he leaves. Fuck it.
I don't know. Everybody's obsessed with accountability these days.
Yeah,
some people are just shitty people. You're just gonna have to
I'm not obsessed with it. I don't care. Like, there's tons of people. Politicians don't get held accountable all the time. You know. You can think of all the fucking teachers and shit that abused me when I was a kid. None of them were held accountable ever. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I fucking, I had this woman that just didn't like me in the army. Schedule my R&R from Iraq so I could time it, because my daughter's, my wife was having a C-section, ex-wife was having a C-section, and then changed the last minute because she found out I was Catholic, you know. You think she was held accountable for that? No. And I even knew some officers. They just moved her around, and didn't tell her why they moved her around. It's just, like, people it's not like fucking, you know what the worst thing in the world is? You know what's really ruined people for a lot of different reasons? Law and Order. Because Law and Order has a crime, a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it's all wrapped up in a fucking bow. And the real world isn't fucking like that. So instead of just going, there's injustice. Well, I'm like, yeah, there's injustice. Sure. George, you're on the air. Jorge.
Hello,
my Mexican friend.
I'm a doctor, so...
You're a doctor. Dr. George.
Yeah, I just graduated from med school like 2 years ago, so you could...
I know you're up there for... I know you're like a smart guy. Are you really going to be a medical doctor? Is that why you're up
there? No, yeah, like I'm a doctor. I just graduated. Yeah.
Well,
so I was just going to clarify.
Do you realize how unbelievable that in Mexico?
Tommy, let him do his bit.
Okay, go ahead. I wanted to be racist. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. I have an accent, I know. I was screaming at my screen when I saw that fucking stream, man. Like, holy shit. Destiny was kind of on point on most of things.
Sure.
Like, I was kind of impressed by his research with so little time.
Okay.
But there was this thing that Boogie was justifying, like the hormone test, the hormone that they found in his fucking blood. He never once said what hormone it is. What hormone he was tested, but for this polycythemia vera thing. There's no other test that is not erythropoietin. Erythropoietin in blood. That's normal shit. We all have it.
Yeah.
And the most interesting thing is he said, oh, the doctor said this shit was high in my blood. Well, in polycythemia vera, the erythropoietin lowers.
Oh, so that was making you crazy. Is this George 94? This isn't George 94.
No.
Oh, I have another Mexican friend studying in Canada. He's been a fan forever. So I can say your accent all of a sudden got really thick. So I apologize. Yeah. Okay, so you're studying to be a doctor in Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh wow, man. You realize you're gonna be a bazillionaire down there, right?
Yeah.
Or you're gonna move to Texas like a normal person.
It depends on the specialty, but yeah, I hope. But yeah, and it raises the erythropoietin just in the secondary version. Just in the secondary because of the testosterone, the hypoxia, all the shit that this thing is playing. So I just want to clarify that because.
So it would actually lower, and then what Destiny just did his job. I mean, he did the best he could as a so-called civilian. Somebody like you can see through all that bullshit. But what you're saying is, to be clear, Dr. George from Mexico. I'm being a racist. I know. I'm just trying to get a laugh. Not nothing personal. All right, but you're saying that he was like 90% on point, right? Because I could have never argued with him.
Much.
Okay, there you go.
No, and I understand that because they're shit that you can. Like validate just for your perspective.
Can I use an appeal to authority fallacy in the future and say, but Dr. George says?
Yeah, sure. I can put my hands on fire from that.
When do you get your MD, by the way?
It's going. I just presented my thesis.
Congratulations.
On February. So yeah.
How old are you? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, 26.
Congratulations. I can't imagine how hard you worked over the years to do
man.
that. Especially, I mean, I imagine you weren't rich growing up, were you?
No.
No.
I'm the first doctor in all my family. So yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Everybody's probably kissing your ass. It's like that scene in, you ever see Saturday Night Fever? And the guy in Travolta's family becomes a priest. And you're Catholic, so you probably can get this. And everybody's like, and they cross themselves every time they say like Father Joseph. It's their brother, and that's gonna be you in the family. It's like, oh, doc, your mom's gonna refer to you as Dr. George, Dr. Jorge. She's gonna cross herself. Congratulations, George. Thanks for calling in. Who's your favorite Liga Mekis team? Before you go, you got to tell me.
America.
Mary, you just won. Congratulations. All right.
Yeah.
Club America. Talk to you later.
But we got our ass kicked on Copa America, so yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Who won the last? You won the Super Copa though, just recently.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But like Mexican selection is sitting shit. Right?
Well, Leagues Cup's next month. Look for that. You get to play the Americans. Take care, man. Bye-bye. George, Dr. George, everybody. Dr. George. Let's go with Stinky Brew. Stinky Brew! I see you. All right, I think Stinky's done for the day. Who else has been there for a minute? Kaiser Stores. Kaiser, on the air. What do you got?
Oh, so I have two things. First off, my face looked like the fucking J Station thumbnail when he refused that 100K. Like I would have taken that for it.
It's like 9. It got up to like legitimately got up to 80K, right?
Yeah.
Calling Boogie's career at 3 a.m. challenge.
Summoning Boogie's career Ouija board at 3 a.m.
I'm like literally the only person on earth that think, boy, this is probably good for the cast. I am. That's the way I see it. I don't care. It doesn't matter what he does. You know, the only thing he can't do is kill somebody or mess with some kids. That's it. Otherwise, he's free to do whatever the fuck he wants. He's an outlaw. You know, that's the only thing that's going to get him kicked off. Unless he'd have to really hurt somebody, I suppose.
On East Bugs.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do a little more than rip a bunch of idiots off on a fucking a coin that everybody knows is fake to begin with. You know, just a bullshit system. What's your other thing, Kaiser?
So I remember on Baited, Colossal said he wouldn't go on lolcow because he hates Boogie.
Yeah.
Do you think he would now, or because of the pyro thing?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a question for Clown. You know, I don't think so.
All right.
I doubt it. If they call me and say before I leave on Tuesday, or I'm leaving Friday. So my last show is gonna be next Thursday, like a week from today. If they call me to do one between now and then, I'll do it for free, just like I did last month. Doctor disrespect or anything, but I really don't see that's happening. But if I get the call, he asked me about Boogie the night before, or is it Alex the night before? And as far as I knew, he was never doing that again. And then I woke up the next day and he says, "You're ready to do a baited." So I'm ready to go. I'm not quitting lolcow. I'm not quitting this. I'm not quitting fucking anything. This is what I do. This is the life I've chose. Smart, I know. So yeah, I'm always ready to go. And maybe I'll have, every time I come back from vacation, I feel good and can't wait to get back. And I want to point out, this is the first time in SFTP's history in fucking 8 years that I was actually here for the big drama. I'm always on vacation. I'm always on vacation. It's amazing. I made it. Yeah, that's great. All right, Kaiser, thanks so much for the call. Do appreciate it. Good questions. Good questions. I want good questions. Abby, go. Shoot.
Destiny FOMO. Did you end up looking at the clip that I sent you from the Toastify video?
No, but I did remember who she was. Was halfway into it. Yeah, I'll put that on now. Screw it. Yeah. Destiny. I seem to remember her getting into. I think she was in the wrong with Tipster, right? If I'm not mistaken. Even.
And I think she
was in the right.
Stream.
Wasn't she zapping people?
The name of Destiny FOMO.
By the way, that girl has super tits.
Yeah.
Another member of the retro gaming community who had recently come in as a rising star. However, what contributed to her meteoric rise may have had more to do with her looks than a gaming analysis, especially considering she also had an OnlyFans, and other retro gaming YouTubers were very critical of her because
she Mexican?
No clue.
She's adorable.
Of that. One of them was a small creator by the name of Overthink Gaming, who made a video on her in late 2019 where he talks about those points. Destiny FOMO would respond by filing a false copyright strike. It was at this point when Tipster got in.
Yeah, that's what Tipster would normally do. That was Tipster's game back then. I'm not going to sit there and pretend that I didn't support that back then just because Tipster's become what he is,
Involved as a neutral party, which was weird for some that the guy leading a crusade on Susie Lou for false copyright strikes was taking such a middle-of-the-road...
So yeah,
I didn't know that
before.
Well, that's why you do this shit live. That's why you get my reaction.
Stands here. But Destiny FOMO did have some legitimate concerns. She reasoned that she filed the copyright strike because people in the comments of that video were trying to gather her personal information. Tipster eventually negotiated a deal between the two, where Overthink Gaming would remove all the personal information comments if she retracted the strike. So, situation solved, peace in the world, and Tipster's career never falls off. Well, until Destiny FOMO starts getting criticism on her comments because of Overthink Gaming's video. So she DMs him, blaming him for the hate comments and threatening legal action against him. This progression finally prompted Tipster to make a video calling out Destiny FOMO, and in fairness, Tipster's video is rightfully critical of her and what she's done. However, his video does still reel back in some places and has some praise for her because Tipster enjoys her content.
We're going to be talking about a YouTuber.
All right, so
enjoy her tits. I mean, her content.
Her content.
She is a luscious Latina. That's why. Okay. All right. Anything else? Thanks for the shorts.
That's all.
By the way, Abby Blackburn's been making my shorts, everybody. Go sub her. She's a sweetheart. Anything else? Nothing?
I remember.
All right.
No. Just Keemstar laughing at Boogie's cancer was kind of perfect.
Yeah, we clipped that a couple. That was the first time I found out about it. With the short that I put together. Yeah, it's too funny. Take care. Take care, sweetie. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the great, the one and only Billy the Fridge. Where are you at? Because I know you have a bit of a relationship with Boogie. Yeah.
That's my buddy, dude.
So, are you like me? I know people think I'm because I've been very critical of Boogie. Me and you have had it out on this show over Boogie years ago, right? But it's just do I have to grandstand? Does it make me a phony if I don't grandstand? I just think it's Boogie being Boogie, or this is this incarnation of Boogie. Am I wrong? Should I be clutching pearls? I don't know.
I don't think you should be clutching pearls. There's enough people clutching.
That's why I feel like somebody's gonna do it for me.
everybody wants Boogie to like be this honest, upstanding Mr. Rogers YouTuber they thought he used to be.
Yeah.
It's been what, 7 years now? We've known he's not that guy. And he's just coming off of this crypto thing less than a week ago. He went to the damn Keemstar party. He had a little bit of his hopes up. He's been dream crushed again. He lied about cancer. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he could have just been fucking confused and in YouTuber mode.
Okay.
He might be a textbook narcissist. He might overthink things. He might do a lot of things that you aren't excuses. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I don't think I can see
here.
how some people could take what you're saying as being excuses. I think I don't know how to put it. Like, I feel almost forced to like say he's a bad person. Like I think it's kind of out in the open. It doesn't need to be said by me, you know. And you can come to your own fucking conclusion. I'm not going to sit there and act more outraged than I actually am. I think, you know, and also I think there has been a certain amount of accountability. You know, I mean, what the fuck? You know, like
he's definitely getting hung out to dry right now.
yeah. So
like there's something you said. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't do nothing to no kids. Stuff like that is like that's reprehensible. Like lying about cancer. It's bad. The story he went through, I could see where he made some stupid mistakes and lived with them, and he's getting pounded for it, right? Yeah. Like you got a friend who fucks up, you beat his ass, and then he's your friend again. But you could beat his ass all you want. He's been getting his ass beat all the time.
Yeah,
even when everybody loved him, people hated him.
Yeah,
people were like, "Oh, that fat guy." Sure. When he was Mr. Rogers of YouTube, half of YouTube he was the fat joke. You know, he was still getting the butt of everything. So whatever happens now, I want people to remember he's here for you to punch on. That's what lolcow Live has been about.
That's what he agreed to. He agreed to that.
But between Boogie, between Wings, between you, Tommy C, the three hosts of the show, I love the show. I watch it all the time. But Boogie is the one that is most fit to take a pounding. And he has really been getting beat this week. You know, Wings takes a light pounding. Wings is a little more fragile. You are like you're the love baby of everything.
Lately,
Tommy C Warriors, they defend you all the time.
I took my licks, but see, I earned my respect from that fan. But I took my licks, and
of course,
you know, and that I think that's one thing they haven't picked up on. If you look on earlier, they're always kind of obsessed with their own hate. I took probably the most hate going in, but my attitude was, I am going to figure this out. I am going to make these people like what I'm doing and get what I'm doing. And I'm going to do that by not capitulating. I'm just going to show them. And those two guys don't really look at things that way, you know? And if I can, I can. If I fail, I fail. I mean, I failed and I could fail again. Sure. And
I want to.
What happened? We losing Billy?
Lose me?
Yeah, we lost for a second.
Yeah, you break out.
And by the way, I loved your episode. I thought you were fucking great. You're so funny. But go ahead.
I was happy to be a part.
Billy, we're losing you. We're losing you. Stay in one spot.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Well, Tommy, I got some breaking news. I think I got some breaking.
Sure.
So this was just tweeted a few minutes ago
about Boogie's brother.
Yeah, the brother. Yeah.
Brother, what do you say?
Boogie's brother. He's saying he's confirming that Boogie has the polycythemia vera.
When tipster started having,
how did he confirm it?
Staking his reputation on it. He tweeted it.
He's staking his reputation on it.
Yeah, he added Keemstar in the tweet. I sent you the thing as well on.
You better really trust.
I have no problem lying for my friends. Yeah. I'll also confirm Boogie has polycythemia.
Yeah, it's just like this. It's just like I'm not going to sit there and I don't know why he'd stake his reputation on it, because Boogie does lie. Whether he lied about this, I guess, can't be 100% confirmed. But I mean, it's going to take a little more than somebody who, by the way, that was my some of the shows on lolcow have been really good. I love the one we did with his brother, and because I really like him, right? But I also get the feeling this is a guy that said feels very guilty about quote unquote leaving Boogie behind, because there is an age difference between those two. So I could kind of see. I'm gonna need on paper. I'm sorry, before I 100% clearing, because his brother loves him, a lot.
Put the tweet up, Tommy, so people.
Yeah, sure. Let me put the tweet on too. But his brother loves him, and it's just like Billy said. I'd probably lie for a friend too in certain situations. You know,
I wouldn't have to lie for most of my friends. They're pretty openly fucked. Like nobody. You've seen a list of my cool friends I have.
Sure. Between
Onision, Boogie2988,
you got them all.
I got a whole myriad of psychos on the buddy list.
Yeah, Jesus.
How's
Lionmaker? How's Lionmaker been, by the way?
You know, I don't think I have any diddle friends.
Okay, thank God.
I'm trying to think of any of my friends if they've been accused of diddling, and I think that's a non-negotiable for me.
Okay,
but I don't want to speak up too soon because I can't remember all my friends. I do think with Boogie, him not showing proof, being offered $100,000 is one of the most fucking lolcow things he could have done. Like, from an entertainment perspective, holy shit, that was amazing.
Yeah,
that couldn't have gone any better from an entertainment perspective. It makes him look terrible.
Yeah,
and you know he does that all the time.
But you know, here's another thing too. But you know, here's the thing. Like, I could totally see is like, hey, you like my move, Tommy? Really, I could see him like saying to me like it was all the plan all along, right? And I'm just gonna be like, yeah. I mean, look, I'm not criticizing your take of the whole situation. It might be exactly right, by the way. But I could just see him using what you said and saying that this is what clears me. You know, because I got to be honest with you. No matter how this fucking rolls, I am never, ever tolerating his fucking cancer bullshit when I'm having a bad day, an excuse for again. It's on,
nobody should have from the beginning.
Yeah.
When the day it was released, and we saw the clip recently, you reposted the clip of when you found out. Keemstar came in and said, Boogie has cancer, and played the fucking soundbite. That shit was hilarious, and that's how you should have responded to it from the jump, because it wasn't ever a serious cancer.
Yeah, well,
like,
that's
you know when cancer gets serious. Cancer gets serious when you go through chemotherapy.
Yeah, I know.
It gets serious when you slowly rot and die.
Yeah.
When someone says they have cancer, that's when you're like, okay, it's time to fight it.
Yeah,
and you don't mourn the second someone gets cancer.
No, you don't. You think they can pull it through? You know, I'm sure fucking Medicare could probably pull it out. I've heard of worse cancers, fucking guys pulling away from them.
I mean, he's probably fighting, but also he's doing pretty damn well when he gets on the microphone. So good for him.
Yeah, no,
and
he's different now, though. I could tell. He's not as he doesn't have the fire in his belly that he did before.
I don't know. After last night, maybe there weren't enough boulders to crush.
Did you see Monday Matt? Did you see Monday Matt come in and said, "This is why I have a real
victory lap"? Monday Matt, also my friend. You can add him to the list of, that's my buddy.
Yeah, Monday Matt spiking a football coming in. This is why I quit. Yeah, but it's the other thing that bothered me too was the idea of sort of framing it like, obviously Keem knew this was coming, all right, but the idea that there's some kind of narrative being framed to make him look like this, like sort of like a 4D chess move to make him look like he's dude. Destiny just came in and said, this doesn't make sense, make it make sense, and he made it make less sense. And I don't think that's framing a narrative or twisting something or putting spin on something. This is come up, put up, or shut up, and that's essentially what Destiny said, and he shut up. So like I don't know what else to think. I really don't know what to say.
People are saying Coffee just dropped a video on Boogie where he outright said he wasn't getting paid this month. You guys, like, if you are still looking at Boogie as being the virtuous Mr. Rogers of YouTube, you're doing something.
Doesn't it get old?
Boogie, like at some point you have to start realizing Boogie is partially the person you say he is.
Yeah, like that's another thing too. All right, like that guy's not Mr. Rogers. He's a fucking jerk. All right, I know. I've known that for some time.
We agree.
Yeah,
like here's the other thing about Boogie. He is also somebody who entertains people. He is an entertainer. There's a reason why he kills it on lolcow Live. He there's a reason why he crawled on the fucking ground to grovel. He doesn't have the Mr. Rogers clout anymore. He enjoys entertaining people. He always has. He's going to do it any way he can. He's also going to slip up and say some dumb shit every once in a while because that's what Boogie does.
And he's going to defend himself no matter what. And if he gets really good advice, he's going to turn it down. You know,
yes. Self-harm is in Boogie's playbook since the beginning. That's why he was 600 pounds at one point. Like we know that. We know that. He's going to be responsive to being a victim, and a lot of the times, and it's ingrained in him since he was a kid.
Who's your partner that took apart Mr. Girl? I forget. Mike? Is that his name?
Joey.
We need Joey and Boogie in the same room.
I think Joe might have been on an episode of Drunken Peasants with Boogie. Someone keeps bringing up that Joe tore into Boogie, and I can't remember if that was
I'd love
when
to see
Boogie was
that.
on or not.
Joe is absolutely ruthless. I don't know why he's not more into social media because I've never met anybody as ruthless as he is.
Yeah, he likes to come in and then just tear shit up and then
leave and disappear. Yeah, it's bizarre. It's like it comes too easy to him. Like
it's funny because then you find out that this guy's like a genius. Like he is, like didn't he study in New York City or something or do some crazy shit there where he was like studying acting or stand-up comedy or.
He lived in LA for a while and worked in LA, and we used to work for that billionaire Alki David. We met.
Yeah,
Alki David in some trouble. Alki David,
yes, Alki David's getting that. He's about to spend that Alex Jones money.
Yeah,
holy shit!
Is he getting
like
screwed?
1.5 billion?
I don't know all the story, but is he getting? I only just kind of glanced at it. Is he getting screwed? It kind of looked like it, but I don't know all the details.
From what I read into, I think so.
Yeah.
He went really hard after the Gloria Allred, who's like a career attorney, and he really attacked her personally through all this. And I think they're trying to make an example out of him.
They paid him back one. I could see that. I got to know more about it before I say. I don't want to dump.
I heard a lot of the accusations against him, and it was just the culture of the company. He would walk around and do mangina where he'd tuck his dick back and show his
can't do that nowadays.
Yeah. And they said there was a room called the rape room, and I'm like, that sounds like something we would all yeah, because it was the idea that when you were there, it was not real life, it was punk rock, it was counterculture, it was fucked. And I can't imagine anybody who came in not understanding that, taking well to it, especially in today's climate. Oh my God, I probably could get a couple million out of him just off of the stuff that I condoned. It was weird stuff, but it was also for entertainment, It was unchecked masculinity and debauchery and idiocy.
Well, remember the Man Show? That used to be okay. Remember Jackass? That used to be okay. Now it's not okay. You can't you can't be just a bunch of dumb white guys anymore. It's not okay to be stupid and white. And I've been stupid and white my whole life.
I think it's okay. I think we're coming around. I think so? We're having a couple of people. A couple of people are getting their comeuppance.
It's a white boy. Is it really true? Is it white boy summer?
There's been some cultural victories,
Yeah, lately.
I mean, Shane Gillis has crawled back from getting canceled.
Yeah, sure. Shane Gillis is bigger than ever.
He's doing very well. He even brought Bud Light back with him.
Here's another friend you have. Let's go over all the insane people you know. You're the guy that won the Wu-Tang record. I saw him on Vlad TV recently.
Martin Shkreli. Was that Martin Shkreli?
You love Martin Shkreli, right? The guy.
Oh yeah, he's a really good dude.
He is a psychopath. I saw him on the. Okay, here's the reason we jacked it up, because it's just like I'm totally like, I'm not quoting him. Let's just put it that way. All right, I was like, it's like every other drug like this, you can jack up the price. It's not an issue. It's just because if it's like AIDS. So I saw it and I was like, I gotta jack up the price of this because I'm a businessman. No thing of the PR of the whole thing. It was so funny.
The drug was an orphaned drug, right? So nobody was really making it. It wasn't valuable. It didn't make enough money. He raised it so it would make enough money, and he put research into his company. Like he had a business. He had a business mind behind it. And one of the quotes he said was, "If he could do it all over again, he'd probably price it higher." But from a business mind, it's like, that's what everybody else is doing. That's the market.
I got that part
on the market.
But you also have to take a look at like your PR, because there's the powers that be can come for you in a situation like that, and he did not give that any consideration. Like, we could do this. We could do. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a simple example. I knew this guy that ran a comic book store in New Jersey, and you know who used to go in there a lot? You love wrestling. Sal Graziano. from FBI and ECW. So he lived. Actually, I was in Little League with his brother, and he told me, the comic book store owner told me this. Like, I remember PlayStation 2. We had an extra PlayStation 2 when it was hot, like flaming hot, and you couldn't get them in the stores. And I said to him, I said, "Whoa, you could probably sell that for a fucking $1,000 or $2 right now in Raekwon." And he says, "You know what, Tommy? I could. And you know what I'm going to sell it for?" And he told me the price. It would be like, he would only made like $100 on it, right? Yeah. And I said, "Why? I mean, you're in my." He goes, "Because the thing is about that is, okay, I sell this for $500 or $600 or $1,000, right? That the guy buys it from me, and that motherfucker got me. And then he goes around and tells everybody what a bastard I was. And then it affects my comic book sales. It affects everything. So in the end, even though I got a big turnaround on this thing, over all my products that I need to sell to survive, they take a hit. So if you really, because it's not really measurable, but long term, bad business, lose money. And I think that's one of the things that Shkreli didn't take into consideration. You know,
I got to know him pretty well. He was Howard Stern generation. He believed that all news is good news type thing.
No,
you know?
It's not. It's not. I've learned that. Do you still believe in all publicity is good publicity? Because I don't believe that anymore. I think bad publicity is fleeting. You get it. It's good for a while. You make some money for a while, and then you die. Good publicity is everlasting.
I think that publicity in general, like we all take our turns getting bad publicity no matter what.
Sure.
Once you're in the public eye, you're scrutinized, and good people can take bad publicity and catapult.
That's probably true. But I remember, I'll never forget. I'll give you a hip hop. I remember when the video came out for By the Time I Get From Arizona from Public Enemy, right? And they were taking a lot of heat because they were like killing people in Arizona and shit in the videos, And I remember, who was the MC for that group? I fucking forgot the name of it. Who's the MC for Public Enemy? Fucking MC.
Flavor Flav?
No, that's
Chuck D.
Chuck D was on. He's very defensive on MTV, and he says all publicity is good publicity. And I remember thinking, like a year later, we don't hear from them anymore. They were never the cultural relevance that they had right up until the time they put out that video. That was the end of Public Enemy. So I don't necessarily believe that. Yeah, are they legends and did they do other stuff on other people's records? But they never had the cultural relevance that they had between 1988 and 92. As soon as Arizona came out, that was kind of the end for them because it was really bad publicity. So I don't necessarily believe it, but you're right. People can turn it. Billy, you're the best. We should have you back on as just a regular guest pretty soon, but I want to get to the callers and talk about books.
Definitely. Vito's in chat and says, I've never dealt with bad publicity. I just want to call that out. Vito, you're lucky. Nobody has ever said an unkind word about Vito.
No, never. Never.
Thank you, Tommy. Everybody have a good day, and fuck Boogie.
Billy Fish, everybody who's probably had more big spots on this show than I really can name anybody else. Jesus.
By the way, Tommy, the Sharks are out. CoffeeZilla put out a video on his second channel, and Charlie Penguin Zero just put out a video.
Penguin Zero,
huge Boogie2988.
Well, I have to see this. Hold on, I have to see the
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago it came out. I can't even keep up. I was just listening because I'm a live stream guy. I listen to fucking Chud Logic, man. That's my go-to guy. My YouTubers are Chud Logic and what's his face? Count Dankula. I don't think he's ever going to be. Here it is, 2 hours ago. For Christ's sake, I just want to see how it starts. Well, I just want to see his delivery.
Yeah, I'm talking about Boogie. Again, the internet's favorite clown. Everyone is lining up to throw the baseball at the target to dunk this goober into the water tank, and I can't resist. It's actually unbelievable.
I am a little sick of his act with YouTube drama. That as like, listen, I'm normally above this, but I'm just gonna throw in my hat in the ring. I know everybody's doing it. Yes, we know you're a drama tuber like everybody else. All right, you do other stuff. You do other stuff. This is your job. Like 2 hours ago, but I am so sick of. He's really good at giving the appearance that he's above this shit, right?
Yeah.
He's not, and it's okay. It's okay, but he doesn't want to, I guess, be a loser like Tommy C and Nick Diorio or something,
How he continues to find new, deplorable ways to sink deeper into degeneracy and dig himself even deeper holes. I am blown away by his ability to constantly embarrass.
I agree with that. I can't. It is next level.
Himself. I don't know what kind of kink this is, but it goes beyond humiliation at this point. So buckle your seatbelt. I'm gonna deliver a high-speed Boogie breakdown here for what happened last night.
Yeah, I made it in the video.
So Boogie has maintained for a while that he has cancer, and a lot of his reasoning behind his most recent cryptocurrency scam was that he needed the money for his medical treatments with his cancer. And last night, that diagnosis was challenged with people directly confronting about the authenticity of his claims because there were some inconsistencies and some shady things with what Boogie was saying about it. I believe the catalyst behind this whole conversation was Destiny, who spearheaded the questions that he had about Boogie's diagnosis, and it led to like directly talking with him about it, which then led to more and more people coming in to talk to Boogie about it. And for those that don't know, Boogie2988 is a pathological liar. He cannot help himself. Just like a pile of dog shit can't help but smell like poop, Boogie can't help but lie. Even about the most trivial things ever. He used to tell fibs about games and like...
So, I guess, you know what it is? Like, he's telling his audience this. Like, this has been, like, before I met him, But, like, this is a revelation to some people. I mean... And he knows that, and I don't. That's why he's fucking got bazillion subs, and I don't.
Games he was playing and finishing, and why he needed to buy games to review them, only to never review the games. Like, I'm surprised he didn't start weighing in on the Elden Ring DLC being too hard, saying some shit like, oh, well, yes, the Elden Ring DLC was quite simple for me, really. I kind of first tried every single boss. My favorite boss was Rudonius of the...
All right, I want to
fucking die. It's my fucking goddamn medical record.
I don't know why Jackson Clark was on the tip of his tongue there in the middle of this panel.
That was the other thing. That's meme forever. Jackson Clark is a fucking meme synonymous with Boogie for now until the end of the fucking time. Like, that's amazing.
But wow, that's so big. Hold on, I gotta send that to Jackson. Jackson's gonna have a big old smile and a big old wet spot in his
Is that the Turkish German guy, Jackson Clark?
I just know he's the guy who's friends with Charlie, who's on the podcast. That's all I know.
Is he the one that said that Clown was looking for CP? Is that the guy?
I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea.
Buzzers for it. That's big. It was Destiny who put up 5K and Muda put up 50K. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's not like Boogie to turn down free money like that. He just scammed his audience for $10,000, which in this podcast he openly admits to. I think it was who was it? Like, I think it was Nicholas Diorio. Nicholas Diorio at the very end came in and he's like, what do you mean morals? You scammed your audience for 10K. And Boogie goes, yeah, but this is different.
I've never seen him crack up like that. I have yet to see it. I've never seen that.
He's like, this is two separate things. Because I'm insisting on it because I'm hoping the microphone.
No, wait. Why would you have to insist on a biopsy if you can confirm?
But this is basically the whole podcast where they are picking apart Boogie's story. And
all right, I can't get it. Unless somebody's got like a direct clip for me to check out. I'll check it out. But yeah, I guess check out Charlie's stuff, man. I mean, that was pretty funny. Oh, Noah's Whalers there. Holy shit. I want to take...
I was about to say that. I was like, your old buddies.
All right, let's take that stupid Swede. Noah's Whaler has come back from the dead.
Well... It's true. And I've come to glaze you, Tommy. Isn't this amazing?
What did I do?
Well, I want to say that I found the Boogie stuff very entertaining, and you're part of it. So
I just happened to be there.
Jump in back.
I didn't do anything. I just happened to be there.
I mean, no, true. Arguably, that's what you did in beta too. But nonetheless, I'm here as long time, first time.
You fucking freak. I did a new beta just recently.
Freak.
I did a new beta recently. Did you hear?
I did see that, but I didn't listen. I don't listen to lolcow either, except for this special exception.
This is special. So we got guys like you back from the dead now. So what's your opinion of the whole thing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I won't say that I have some groundbreaking opinion. Obviously, Boogie is a liar, and he probably doesn't have cancer. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I'm with you there. He probably doesn't. That's what I'm thinking. Probably does.
Like so much money on the table. Arguably, I now I'm morals are perhaps not my forte, but I think you can just show that you faked cancer for that amount of money, right? Sure.
That's a good point. No, you're right. Right? Jesus Christ. I don't know what to tell you, Whaler.
What do you think? To ask you a question.
Sure.
What do you think? When will he be back? Do you think he will ever be back? Do you think he's gonna unhero? Or do you think it's gonna be 2 weeks?
I don't know, because like I'm going to vacation like next Friday, right?
Bitch.
Yeah. I don't know what I think he'll be back. Let's just say that. When, I don't know. I don't know if that podcast is going to be back when we get if he abandons it. I don't know what's going to happen because I'm not going to be involved in any of the
4 to 5 days.
4 to 5 days. I don't know. Yeah. I honestly don't know.
I think his plan already is starting. He got his brother to defend him on Twitter, and that's the start. And he's going to be back soon.
You know, DM King said, he's a PhD, not an MD. So I mean, and I'm sorry, it's just too close to home. It's like her reading the fucking thing. You know, I don't understand. I'd love to ask him why he handled things the way he did, and I'm sure he's going to give me a ton of he's incapable of telling the truth. I mean, Charlie's 100% correct. He's just incapable of doing it.
I don't think that's necessarily.
Really? Are you sure? I mean, I've been working with the guy for a year now, and he never tells me the truth.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. I more think it's like his one try and truth method, right? Which is to, like a worm, dive deep in the mud of pity and thrive there. That's the environment he's raised in, and because he doesn't lie about like totally random stuff. He always lies about things that make him more sad, If he was this pathological liar that everyone claims
Nick Diorio,
I think we would catch.
Diorio was going over his thumbnails, and he said he was, I guess, making himself even fatter in the thumbnails. Now, I mean, that might just be a clickbait thing, but he wants to be more pathetic, just like you said.
Yeah, I think it's that. I mean, who watches Boogie left? It must be people who think he's sad, right? These people who think he's so wholesome and adorable.
He hates working. But although he does show up for lolcow, he does show up for lolcow, but he doesn't. I think he's kind of doesn't give a shit.
I would hate working if I was 500 pounds too. So.
Yeah, I suppose. Listen, Whaler, it's good to hear from you. Unless you got something else, it's good to hear. I want to get all these people.
No, move on. I just want to say that.
No, it's good to hear from you, man. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Yeah, you didn't lift the server to us, Whaler. Oh, my God. All right, who's next?
Whaler sounds is exactly how Beaver's described him.
He's Swedish. You can't help it.
Yeah,
He's already. What are you going to do?
No, it's a very, very wholesome accent.
Yeah, he's a mean motherfucker. Oh, he's still a. Oh no, he didn't leave. He's still on the known fuckhead list. Okay, but it is funny to see him again. He was. Don't get it twisted. That guy is a first class bully. He's really good at it. He's bullied me.
Yeah.
He's bullied me before.
Yeah. We talked about the one guy that showed up again. I can't remember his name.
Oh, I can't remember that guy's name. A lot of guys coming out of the closet recently. Two-Step Cowboys on the air. Go. Two-Step Cowboys.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go.
Hello. I have one thing that I don't see anyone else talking about.
Go ahead.
There's a part of the podcast where Boogie stops the whole conversation and he goes, "I'm going to reveal something. My first girlfriend was abusive. Nobody else."
Because it was a red herring. I know what you're talking about. It was a complete red herring. Nobody gave a fuck. And you know what? The way he described it was like he was self-defense anyway. So like it is probably bullshit. How about that? I could see him making that up completely.
Exactly.
To hoping that they made people be mad at him for that and not what he it's just like, hey, what did Keemstar say? Oh, I totally forgot about your cancer faking, Nobody fell for it. He thinks that's the one thing I also noticed about Boogie. Boogie thinks he's smarter than you. He thinks he's smarter than you. I mean, he literally probably walks around this house. That Tommy C is a fucking idiot. And then.
But that makes me wonder because in a earlier episode of lolcow, he thought you were saying that you were questioning like his backstory with all of his parents, and you thought he was lying about that. And he reacted the same way he did yesterday, so that makes me wonder if he's lying about that too.
Yeah, he said that I doubted his molestation and doubted his cancer, which I never did. The only thing I said is Bungie has made a video that could put doubt in people's minds, because he's always fucking lying. It is really incredible. And I've had friends in my life. We had a friend called Bill Shit. But he never lied about stuff like this. It was always like, I saw this type of car, this Lamborghini. It just drove through town, drove through Woodbridge. Really? you know, a Lamborghini, like $500,000 car. You know, it was just weird. He's a good guy and everything, but Boogie lies about stuff that really pisses people off. You know, it really does. So, is he lying? I'm kind of with Whaler. There's a chance, I suppose, but and he said something else interesting yesterday. Like, no matter what I do, nobody will believe it. I mean, I think that leaves him room to put out something phony out there, so he can sit there and say, "I told you so," or I mean, he's just he's a sadist for himself, or a sadomasochist, or something, whatever the fuck they call it. All right, Cowboy. Anything else?
Oh no, that was it. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thank you for calling. Appreciate it. Who else has been there for a minute?
I think Suboxone was there for a bit.
I can't see. Oh, Subbox 1? Okay, good. Subbox 1, you're on here. And you got to call. If you can turn this. Like I said, I feel like I'm double dipping at this point. I know. Go ahead.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? You tell me.
Hey, I want to say, I've been a long time patient of all kinds of bullshit. And, like, the way he was talking about, like, he's taking blood thinners to whatever, cure his shit or treat his shit. But there's, like, all kinds of other reasons to take blood thinners.
Yeah.
Like, he talks about how he has anxiety. They do blood thinners for anxiety.
I had to take it when I got my stand. I had to take blood thinners for like 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, I've taken them too, just for anxiety or for random bullshit too. And
that works. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like propanolol or some shit like that. But like, and then he's talking about, and I've been through this before too, where the doctor sees something, they go through the blood work and they're like, oh, well, let's do some more blood work to make sure
it's not cancer. Yeah, that crossed my mind too.
But then he's talking about doing the bone marrow thing and to double confirm it. Well, the doctor would probably just want to do that anyways, because if they're going to treat fucking cancer, whichever way they do or however they do, my family's had cancer and they've had to get radiation or surgery, all kinds of ways. They would probably, I would imagine the doctor would want to order that, and not him doing it to.
I don't want to get too much into the weeds of that, because I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I'm not Destiny. I'm not bothering to look this shit up. I think it's enough for me to turn down almost fucking 100K to say, but I'll leave it in there just because he's fucking stupid. I don't know, because I would have been like, I mean, how funny it would have been. If Destiny goes through his whole thing and he's reading and he's looking through everything, and then he just looks at the camera and goes, "Hey, Keem, check your DMs." Bow. That's it. It's over. Because he looks like an idiot.
Exactly.
Okay, check your DMs. Yeah. All right, thanks. All right, and then he could like fucking spike the football. Hey, get out of here. Take your cowboy and get the fuck out of here. Bye. And that's it. That's it. But no. And I'm sure he has some sort of fucking heroic reason why he doesn't do it. It's the same reason he gave me why he didn't completely throw Frank Castle onto the bus.
Yeah, he just the way he shuts down like that. It always looks guilty. Always looks like you're hiding something.
Sure does.
So, and he's gonna be sucking y'all's dick in a week, begging, doing another video on the floor, asking to be on in no time. I know it.
I'm fine with it because he's a big part of the show. I remember they're the stars, not me.
Yeah, well, you're the only reason I started watching it in the
Thank
first
you.
place.
Well,
really, I didn't even care. So
stay tuned.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a wacky cast.
Yeah, please, when he does get on his knees, please just slam as hard as you can for me, bro.
I think he's been slammed enough. I'm
yeah.
I'm keeping my ears open to see if more bullshit comes out. Because if I'm kicking him, I can't hear the bullshit. Talk to you later, man. Thanks for the call. All right, who else has been there for a minute? I'm trying to be as fair as possible here.
No, I don't even know. It's so many people.
I would say Callie.
I've
seen Callie in there for a
All
little
right,
bit.
Callie, you calling? You in?
Yo.
What's up, man?
I've been looking at this fucking Boogie drama. I'm just, I don't know how to put it. It's just kind of fucking sad at this point. I mean, how many fucking years has he been bullied for it endlessly, and now the fucking cancer shit is just.
What you tell me you're sick of this shit?
I'm just getting fucking sick of it, man. I don't know what's fucking worse. The fact they lied about cancer, the fact he got fucking Destiny bullying him, the biggest cock ever. I mean, who in the fucking Indiana Jones, by the way, is beside him with the fucking cowboy hat?
Yeah. Well, I got to be honest. You say what you want about Destiny. He's pretty good at what he does. He's extremely influential.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. Yeah,
you know?
As much as I can slam on the guy, he's good at what he does. But with the whole Boogie thing, man, I'm fucking sick of it. I don't know what he's going to say next. It's getting beyond a joke. I mean, the last, how many years now, he's just been lying every fucking chance he gets.
Every chance he gets, man. All right. Thanks for the call, Collier. Appreciate it. Well, by the way, are you a Billy or a Tim?
Tim.
All right, good for you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
You too.
I forgot which one was which. I forgot which one was Catholic and which one was Protestant. Hey, Wings of Redemption.
I don't think that's actually Wings.
No, I think it is. Hold on. I can check. Go to channel. I think it
There's
is.
like I checked.
No, it's not.
I checked one.
Oh, no,
yeah.
it sucks. It's not. You're right. Oh well. When's Wings calling in? He has come in here before. Legit. I think. Probably.
Yeah. Next time he comes in, you should mod him.
Yeah, I don't think. No, he hasn't. Has he? I don't think he's come in the show. Has he? I don't think he's been in the.
He's
chat.
come into the chat before. I've seen him.
He's not going to come in. Leader, go ahead. Leader from Australia, you're on the air.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. So I was just wondering, has Boogie sort of like abandoned the show discords or the show group chat or whatever it is? Has he like made you guys believe that he's left the show while leaving it?
Well, he just deleted his Twitter. He hasn't. I don't know anything. I mean, I saw a tweet earlier that Keemstar put out that he's going to take a test and let the information come out from the test. But like Nick Diorio pointed out, it doesn't make any sense because he claimed he was looking at it. His girl claimed that she read it right in front of us, and he refused to screenshot and send it in. But now he's going to do a test to get it confirmed. I don't know, man. Like none of it makes sense, And that's why I'm leaving that like little bit of hair of a chance that he's just this stupid, which is completely impossible. Completely possible,
I can. But the strange thing is that I can believe it when he says, "Well, no one's going to believe me anyway." I can sort of see that.
Yeah. I can too.
Money.
But you don't remember what I said when he said that? I said, "I'll believe you." I'm not gonna if he convinces me, then it means he doesn't have to. I don't take swings at him. If he convinces me, then I'm not as hard on him when he cries about his fucking cancer. Although it's like Billy the Fridge said, we probably shouldn't have been putting up with that to begin with. So he sort of gets this. Here's the reason to do it: get your card back, because he loves those fucking victim cards. Loves them, plays them well. So go ahead.
Do you think he can exist outside of sort of like out of being sort of like without having sympathy from people? Is that sort of like how? Do you think he could exist in a space where like people dislike him for whatever reason? Like without
he exists with me. I mean, I remember Coffee Zill was like, "How do you do it?" And I was like, "Well, I went to a fucking school where kids are fucked up. I've been arrested before. I've been around weird people my whole life. I was in the army. I could deal with people like him. I even went to school. I got in trouble. And I went to school and went to school for kids with behavioral disorders and dyslexia and all this stuff. Yeah, I can handle him, no problem. I don't care. Sure.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that when you say Boogie lies a lot, right? And he lies a lot, and it sort of seems to be that he wants to sort of generate sympathy.
When he lies a lot, I think he reflexively lies all the time. Let me be clear. Reflexively lies all the time.
Do you think he's like a perpetual liar? So what is it? There's a word for that, where they're like lying.
There's habitual and there's pathological, and I forget that there is a difference. One guy's lying and he thinks it's real, and one guy's lying and he knows it's bullshit. I forget. I saw a guy. I met this guy. His name was Henley. I was in the army with him. He's a sergeant, E5. He lied himself out of the army. He used to make up so many bullshit stories, and he couldn't stop doing it. He actually ended up lying to an officer about something completely ridiculous, right? About like something that he didn't have to lie about, right? And they gave him a psychological exam, and they threw him out.
Point, bitch.
And he had 5 kids, 5 fucking kids. This guy, I don't know how his life turned out. It was so weird. He came in. I actually, you're supposed to meet guys when they come into Germany, and I was one of the first. Hey, Sergeant Henley, I'm Specialist Callahan. I'll be going through. And he says, when are we getting deployed? And I said, no, we just come back from deployment. what have you. But I don't think you got to worry about that because this is division, so you're not gonna have to worry about combat or nothing like that over here. And he goes, I'm not being a part of no Poe group. And I looked at him, we are now, Sergeant. And then he starts telling me all these fucking hero stories he has. And they were all bullshit, And he just reflexively lies. It got so bad. Like, you can't make fun of an NCO when you're not an NCO. And you can't really do it to other NCOs, right? I picked on that guy like I picked on a private. Like, no problem. Nobody said shit because everybody hated his guts because he lied all the time. And it's actually, Boogie's probably not quite as bad as this guy now that I'm thinking of it. But yeah, some people just have that. So
yeah.
Another thing too is Boogie said something to me. Is like, he criticized me once because it was almost like a backhanded compliment. Well, it wasn't a backhanded compliment. It was a compliment. And he's like, you are who you are all the time. And you're an asshole. You're a bad person. This is, like he said that to Wings, like, this is really him. And I'm doing like a character. I'm an entertainer. Tommy's just like professional asshole, which he's not 100% wrong. Yeah, but here's the thing about that. Like, I get to be, people consider me authentic, and they consider you just a freakazoid. I'd much rather be an authentic asshole than a phony good guy. And he would rather be a phony good guy and try to phony his way back into it. I guess. Thanks for the call, leader. I do appreciate it. What's this? Twiggy? I'm going out after this. I'm on vacation now, pretty much. Tommy comes back from school tomorrow. I have a different way of looking at things. Keelix Fat, you're on the air.
All right. I'm just gonna say, how are we supposed to believe Boogie with anything? Just how much he lies. It's absolutely ridiculous.
You're not. If you do, you're a moron.
Exactly, buddy.
And if you get fooled, and he happens to tell the truth, and you get fooled, so what? Thanks, Nova.
Yeah. Also, congrats, 50K.
Oh, appreciate it. It's been a wild couple months. What can I tell you?
Yeah. I was gonna say, Destiny.
I need a break. I got to be honest with you. Yeah. This is normally not the time to go. I can't wait to get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna do as many streams, as many things as I can before I leave lolcow. But I'm glad we're getting rid of the rest, the extra show or the recorded show. I'm glad I want to get my schedule, and I want to just go back on fucking autopilot. And I want to make videos because I've made videos for Glory Hunters. I'm like, I really should make some videos, like videos, and not just stream here. So that's what I'm hoping to do. I'll figure something out. I don't know exactly what I want to do or how I want to do it. I promise no news. Anything else, Keelix Fat?
Not really. No. Yeah. See you.
All right. Take care. Yeah, I went to fucking France for a goddamn birthday party for 3 days. This is vacation. Get the fuck out of here. Twiggy on the air. What do you got? Twiggy. Isn't that from Buck Rogers? There's an old reference.
Howdy.
What's up?
How y'all?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. But Boogie really struck a nerve with me because I'm suffering from polyamorous astronoma.
What's that?
I'm boogieing around right now. But for real, I think I know where his downfall really started. And if you go back and look at his collective of videos, when he got his fixed, he got his confidence back for a little while there, where it really went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Catch my drift.
I'll go even further than that. Although I didn't know when he tried to do fucking YouTube drama on comment on trending topics, and he couldn't deal with the backlash. He never ever should have talked personally about his personal life. He should have done game reviews and been that guy. If he was the performer that he was telling me he was, he should have just stuck to performing. Like, let me give you an example. Mr. Beast, I have no idea. I can't get a read on that guy. I don't know what he is. The only thing I can get a read on him is he's a workaholic. That's it. And that's all I should be able to get a read on. Right? You cannot have it both ways. You got to either be sort of like a reality YouTuber like I am, or you got to be like Boogie pre him coming out, giving takes and talking about his personal life. You can't have it both ways. Now, I talk about my personal life. First of all, I know how to do it. And I'm also willing to deal with the consequences. Every time tell a story about my kid or something like that, somebody can say something awful to my kid, and they didn't, and they have. And I have to deal with that. Boogie wants it both fucking ways. A lot of guys, a lot of YouTubers, he's not the only one, want it both fucking ways. He came out, instead of doing the game reviews, instead of doing Francis, instead of doing all this other stuff, he got on trending topics, and he's not fit for it. In fact, I think if any evidence have come over the last couple of years, he is one of those guys that belong nowhere near the internet. Nowhere near it. He never
telling Boogie not to talk about his personal life is like telling a dog not to bark at the black person next door, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he
Well,
thinks...
he always talked about his personal life. Like, if you go back to his videos from 2012, he was still talking about his personal life. I don't necessarily think that he was always this way. I think that along the line, I don't know if it was money, attention, or what, but he changed. Because I was going through and looking at some of those old videos, and he has one about bullying and religion where he's commenting on the amazing atheist controversy or whatever, and like he was giving personal details about his life, but it was a lot more collected and a lot more.
It might be just like he's degenerating mentally from mental illness. I mean, I'm not going to sit there. I know he's mentally ill. I know he has some kind of personality 100%. Disorder. Yeah, I mean. It gets people. You ever watch your when you're a kid and one of your uncles or something, or you're a relative, or maybe your friend's relative, they're in their like 50s and they're kind of fucking weird. And then by the time you're in your 20s, now they're in their late 60s, pushing 70, and they're just fucking out of control and nuts, like a complete pain in the ass.
My dad got a perm, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you just get collectively, and he's almost 50. He's 2 years older than I am. Or a year and a half, 2 years older than me. So I don't know. I'm slimming down. I'm exactly the opposite. But yeah.
There was a minute there where he seemed like he was doing all right. He was losing weight and stuff, but then it just I don't know. It all started when he got his teeth fixed. That's all I know.
That is true.
That's all I know.
Does he ever? Do we have a Sonichu medallion for him?
He's not. No, I think that if that has anything to do with it, it's because Mudahar got one and then cursed Boogie with it. But I'm not. I don't have any proof of that.
Oh,
but
God.
Seriously, he used to be in pain when he ate, and pain is what makes you a man.
Once
that pain went away,
Chud Logic rated me, and thank you very much. I don't know if I'm just noticing this now, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Chud. I gave him a bunch.
I don't know about those British people.
Eric, don't be saying bad things about Beckenbauer or Chud Logic.
Sorry. I like Chud.
Yeah, Chud's
I like
good.
him. I
He's
like
good
all
people.
my Chuds.
He's good. He nobody takes drama serious on him. Mate,
well,
I already did the Boogie thing. You got to listen earlier. I love that. Oh God, I love.
When's the next rape review? You know.
No,
sorry, I had a stutter.
You have to ask him. Thank you, Twiggy. I appreciate the call. I want to get to some other people.
You're very welcome.
I want to go out too. Thank you so much. Sorry I interrupted you, but let's go. Death God Duo. Good luck to your cancer. I'll be able to get rid of it. By the way, go shoot.
I'm a big guy myself. I was at 560, so it really irritates people like Boogie sit there and use their weight as an excuse. I lost 100 pounds within less than a year, so I'm at 460 now. Still trying to lose, but his attitude it's a weak-willed person, but he's got that manipulative type of attitude, and those two things never really go well together.
Well, I gotta be honest with you.
You're a good-looking guy and fucking can.
People that are like the traditional alpha males that are destructive, and people that are super weak are the most destructive people that I've ever run into. People need to use toxic. I hate that fucking word. It sounds like something a fucking second grade teacher would say. But no, the most destructive people I've ever seen are weak. Oh
yeah.
I mean, look what happened here in Germany. Look what happened here in Germany. It's just a bunch of fucking weak people that wouldn't stand up for what's right. And you have a collective weakness, and that's what happens. That's just a kind of a extreme example of what it. And then Boogie's weak, and look how he's destroyed himself. The country was weak; they destroyed themselves. You're weak.
Yeah.
Weakness is not like, oh, look at that guy. He's just sitting around. He's smoking pot. He's not doing anything to anybody. Yeah, he's destructive in his own fucking passive aggressive way, in my experience.
Bitch.
All right. Anything else, bud?
Oh no, I just wanted to say big fan, man. Big ups.
Thank you. Big
Hope you enjoy your vacation.
Oh, I can't wait. But I have a few more streams to go. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Also got that big game this weekend. Who else has been in there for a fucking minute? I don't want to take. I'll take real 16-bit Pete.
Hey, what's up, Tommy? Can you hear me?
Binary dyslexics. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Go ahead. What you got?
All right. So you know, I've talked to you before, but come October, it'll be 10 years that I've been friends with Boogie in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I know you?
So like, I sent you the picture from the Retropalooza last month.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you do. But so he gave us this pathetic sob story about CC's Pizza and when he was homeless. And
What?
so
I'm
he
not
found out we
familiar
were
with the
going to
story.
CC's Pizza.
I'm not even familiar with the story, man. You're assuming I know what you're talking about. I don't.
No.
What are you talking about?
Okay, he said when he was homeless.
He was homeless?
Yeah. So anyway,
buddy, what's the
talking
CC's
about?
Pizza? What's the context?
Wait,
of the
I have
CC's
no
Pizza?
idea what you're talking about. You're coming in the middle.
All right.
You
So
okay?
No, I'm fine. So he said that when he was homeless with his roommate Chad, that Boogie wasn't working. Chad was getting like $10 a week through food stamps. So they would spend their whole day at CC's Pizza playing Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
And sharing one plate of food. And he said the owner once came out and said that, "Oh, I love that you guys are here." And he's like, "Oh, but I feel so bad for loitering around your restaurant." And he says, "No, that pizza cost me 18 cents to make." And he's like, "I've never, like, ever since I became successful with YouTube, I've never gone back to CC's again." So at the end of the convention, we went to CC's because it's cheap. And, you know, the organizers, we have to feed like the volunteers and whatnot. So he brought Dez to fucking CC's because he knew he was going to get a free meal out of it. And that's the moral of the fucking story.
What the fuck is he talking about? All right, the next part of this cast is supported by CC's Pizza. Cheap pizza, check it out. It's really good. There you go. I have no idea what that guy's talking about. He's talking to me. I don't know who Chad is. I don't know anything he's talking about. I don't know all Boogie's lore. Yes, I'm on the Lolcow Live. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't think anybody else knew either. Bobby Brunson, you're on the air. Turn your stream off.
Come on.
Oh, hey, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'll say. What's up?
I have this stream on right now.
No, you don't. Bye. Chad is his roommate. I don't know. I have no idea. You got to tell. You have to be able to tell stories here. Be comprehensive. Me, you're on the air.
Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. I just want to say, and I know you and others pointed it out last night, but I think a lot of the audience kind of missed a lot of Boogie's references to suicide last night.
Yes, I missed. I pointed out directly when we were on. I thought it was all a bunch of suicide bait. I've got a plan, Mediker. Don't worry. We did notice that. But go ahead.
Yeah, like I think because he says he just did a crypto scam for $10,000 to make money, and because he needs to pay these medical bills and everything. And then he says, "Oh, tomorrow I'm not going to have any money issues," even though he's going to leave the internet. That just doesn't make any sense at all. And
yeah,
this is the same guy who was unwilling to sell the house to be able to pay for anything, but now he's going to sell the house, but he's not going to live in his car. He's not going to live in a cardboard box. He said, so like, where are you going to live? He's going to kill himself. And then he told Keemstar last night that he doesn't have any suicide plans, and Keemstar tweeted that out. But I literally don't see any other option for him. Based on what he said,
what? It's horrible. He's played plenty of options. Fucking act like a man. Deal with
what he's trying to say is what Boogie was hinting at the stream that he was going to kill.
I know that.
Like,
that was on the surface. I pointed it out during the stream. I don't know that's like. Are you saying that we should be more concerned because we all missed it? That's not the case at all.
I think he told Keemstar last night that he was like, because Keemstar tweeted out, "Hey, I just got off of the phone call with Boogie, and he says he's not going to kill himself." But so then everybody was like, "Oh, okay, well, Boogie's not going to kill himself."
Yeah, because they want 10,000 fucking wellness checks coming in.
Well, no, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think like that thousand cow should be showing up to his house to make sure he's like not doing that. But
yeah, hey, look, you're really talking to the wrong guy here. I'm one of these guys. You do what you can to keep from people to making that horrible choice, but there's only so much you can do. All right.
Oh, I agree.
And everybody was hip to what you're saying. Like that's not true. I think everybody thought of that. I think Keem went out of his way to thought about it. I brought it up in front of Mediker, right? there's nothing like if he were to do something that selfish and that terrible, and yes, you heard me, I think that's selfish. I agree. It's I'm talking to people that get outraged over that, not necessarily you. There's not much that can be done, and I think what was done, I think what they were trying to avoid is just the constant welfare checks, and that can't work either. You know,
right?
So that's what I think. But I disagree with you. I can see it if you're on and off or walked out of the room or something. But yeah, we did point that out, and I know Keem did something about it, and nobody wants, including me, wants him to kill himself or do something terrible. But that's also where everybody goes when something like this happens. And I got to be perfectly honest with you. If something does happen, it's that is honestly his terrible choice. And there you go.
Because he kind of led himself down this road, and he said he even planned.
He's a public figure that more than likely lied about having cancer. There's consequences to be paid for that, whether you're suicidal or not.
Oh, 100%. I guess at least my question is, what if he doesn't plan to come back to the internet, which we know is kind of maybe not true? What do you think his plans are if he doesn't?
I have no idea. Yeah, that's the question you have to ask.
I just don't see any. He says he can't get a job, so
I think he's freaking out right now, and then he's going to be like, he can't work, can't do anything, and the one thing that he can do to bring in money, he's not going to. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, I don't know. I think he's probably saying that. I don't care what happens. He's probably thinking, I don't care if I'm homeless. I don't care if I lose a house. I don't care if I can't pay my bills. And then 48 hours go by, and he realizes he has to get on the horse.
Does Keemstar plan to reach out to him in the next coming days, or
for what?
I don't know.
For what?
Just to see where his head's at.
I have no idea. You have to ask Keemstar. I'm sure. I can't imagine he wouldn't. I mean, he wants to keep the train rolling. I'm absolutely sure of that. So no,
it's making you guys good money. So
right now, we'll see. It'd be interesting to come in and everybody starts unsubbing. You're putting up that guy who lied about cancer. We're platforming that guy. Yeah, he's a lolcow.
Well, like you said, it's the lolcow live. That's what you come here for. Is the ridiculousness of these people.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous. All right, thanks for the call, me. I appreciate it. Did we have Bobby on already, or we blow him up?
I don't. Yeah, I think that's.
All right, you're getting a second chance.
Do you have a clip of that? No, he did. He did.
He didn't want that.
You're getting a third chance.
Sorry, man. Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah, me.
Yes.
Yeah. Which was that stream last night. Oh, brilliant! Loved it. Loved every second of it. It was great. What did me is the stream before. The stream before it, when Boogie was giving Wings so much shit, about not going to was it Niagara Falls, and he was proper reeling into Wings, and then it was just the next day. I felt bad for Wings because Wings didn't even defend himself, and then obviously straight away the next day, obviously Destiny, all that. You know what I mean?
Chud says he's really sick of everybody saying, "I'm leaving the show. I'm off the show." I kind of can see where he's coming from. Yeah, because Boogie was panicked when I talked to Boogie the next day. I talked to him right before my physio, and I was basically telling him, let's not turn this into a war with Keem. I've done this before. It's fucking stupid. Let's just thank everybody and go. He said, well, I just talked Wings into staying. I'm like, okay, if that's the case, I'll stay. I just don't really want to do it without Wings. I don't see why I don't think me and you could make it work. And he said, yeah, I think I got him back in, but if you want to quit and call it quits, I was like, no, I'm not going to fucking walk away from you guys. I don't think that's right. And then I heard about him talking to Wings and like giving him the mega guilt trip, and then now he's going to walk away from Wings. So there you go.
It's just it's like a relationship. When you're in a relationship, a proper relationship, when you're not sort of doting after some young bird. You know what I mean? When you're in a proper relationship, you have your ups and downs. You have your like, oh, no, I'm not going to that. It's more of a mature relationship. Do you know what I mean? The honeymoon period's over, and it's sort of like, yeah.
I don't expect Boogie to do anything mature ever. I don't ever expect him to do the right thing, take good advice, ever listen to me, because he's also suspicious of me too. So he thinks I might be doing it, just like setting him up. I'm sure he's like, those guys set me up. No, you set yourself up. Nobody set you up. I mean,
he seems to. Sorry, man. He seems to think that he's the one. He's the normal one when he's playing with more mature people. It's like when he was being questioned.
He thinks he's like a kid. He thinks he's better than me.
It was like a kid. He was like a kid outside the.
He's absolutely convinced. He's absolutely convinced he's better than me. He absolutely. Like you probably can say, like, well, why? How could he come to that conclusion? After all, he absolutely has assured himself that he's a better person than I could ever hope to be. That I am the worst guy on earth. Yeah.
It's not just anyone on that stream. He's got delusions of grandeur, and he thinks because of them 4 million followers or whatever, his subscribers or whatever he's got, he's still living in the past. But it's gone now. I mean, it must be gone. And he slipped up so many times. He admitted to he admitted to it, and then he turned around and said like. Basically went against it with Keem and was like, no, I'm not going to admit it to you.
Didn't he said something like, as far as I know, and then he used language like that. Like Nick, I remember how that happened during the stream, but there's so many people on there, I couldn't interrupt.
Keem said something about basically you've, I mean, I think I watched the stream twice, 3 times maybe, I loved it that much, but he was going on about like basically, you've made this excuse. You've not got the I don't know the name of it, but with the V word at the end. And then he's turned around and he's said, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I admit it." And then sort of Keem says, "So you admit it?" And he went, "No, I'm not admitting it. I'm not admitting it to you." He slipped up.
Yeah, he said, "I'm not admitting it to you." I do remember that.
Changed. He swayed. He totally swayed. You need to, like I say, watch it
so
again.
that, you might have picked up on something. You actually like it's not so much that he's not willing to admit it. It's just like he's not. It's us, and that would go along with him thinking he thinks he's better than everybody. Not to you.
Yeah. And he's also thinking at the same time that you've all ganged up on him, and he feels like
I had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do.
I don't know. I don't know.
Would I went along with it? Absolutely, because of what like the seriousness of what he's done. Because I am not taking Boogie's heat. Oh no, that's not happening.
If Destiny had done that to anyone with half a brain,
oh god, yeah, and then like don't think it's lost on him. Look, the person that said that in the way it was brought about, like that's damning. If Destiny does that to you, you're in big trouble. Like big trouble.
Yeah. Oh, too right. Yeah.
And I'm sure that wasn't lost on him either. He does follow the shit. Yeah.
It's like the police having CCTV camera. You're hitting someone, they walk up to you and they go, "You hit them." No.
Yeah.
You're denying it. You're caught bang to rights. Just admit it. Put your hands up and say, like he said, I really thought I did have cancer, but obviously at the end of the day,
now I have cancer. Now I have a fucking question for you. Is it coming home?
I was just going to ask you, are you watching on Sunday?
I'm asking you.
I think it is.
Fuck off.
It's coming out.
Not coming home. I hope Harry Kane wins, but otherwise, I hope they all lose. Don't be such a quack. You're on the air.
Hi there.
Hey, how you doing?
Are you aware that there was a welfare concern called to the same block that Boogie lives on?
No idea.
Last night?
No, I wasn't. Why?
I can provide you a screen, or not a screenshot, but the link to it.
Why don't you just tell me? I don't care. I'm not a research guy. How about I take your word for it? What does it say?
It just says welfare concern, but there's not very many houses that live on that block.
Yeah, so it's either somebody did it that was actually concerned, or they just called them. It might be more than one too. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. I think that's what Keem was trying to stem. Like people just constantly calling in welfare checks, maybe even like prank welfare checks at this point.
And one more thing before I go. So I sent a super chat in yesterday during the lolcow live.
I missed it.
I wanted to ask Boogie if he got treated or got diagnosed at the place that I think he did. As I'm also from the area. I want to know, what side of the hospital did he park on?
I don't think I can help you there. All right. Thank you. Don't be such a quack. You take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. KMC Gertie, you are the last caller. KMC Gertie, very last caller of the day.
Hey, Tommy. Bro, have you seen the CoffeeZilla video he just put out like an hour ago?
No. Why?
You should watch it because it's really good.
Does it say anything about me? I only care about me.
No, it's about
Damn it.
Boogie. It's objective lies.
His other channel.
Oh, CoffeeZilla. Was it CoffeeZilla 2? You did send it to me?
Yes. Voidzilla.
Voidzilla. All right, let me say Voidzilla. This is Penguins. Tommy C. No, I didn't see it, Matt. Where'd you send it? You sent me the Penguins one. You didn't send me the CoffeeZilla.
Fuck. Thought I did.
It's okay. I'll probably find it. Let's see. Community.
I think Vault sent it to me.
No. Voidzilla. I'll check it out for a second with you.
Yeah, it's confronting Boogie on his fake cancer payments.
Oh boy.
I tell you something,
one thing I've learned about this business: when it rains, it pores.
Were we accused of
The
a
best
crypto
drama
scam? Just got accused
been
of faking
following.
cancer.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
I have been in a CoffeeZilla video, a Moonahart video, and what do you call it? A Penguin Zero Charlie video in the same day. I'm a hero.
Being offered a total of $80,000 to prove everyone wrong if he could show his diagnosis to a private third party. He refused to do so, which is annoying because...
Let me tell you something. Boogie really... CoffeeZilla is decent. He's a decent human being. I'm almost 99.9% sure the 1% that something happens to one of my friends, not that we're friends, but we're acquaintances, but he gives me all the fucking vibes of being a decent person and caring. And I know Boogie did a number on him because when I called him back for the second time, he was exhausted. So I can imagine that Boogie pulled every little manipulative fucking trick. This video, if I had to guess, is therapy.
because publicly he uses his cancer as a shield from any wrongdoing. In fact, when I confronted Boogie on his crypto scam, that's one of the reasons he used.
I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer.
And more specifically, why he had to promote the coin and couldn't pay back $5,000.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts.
I'll be honest, I have no idea if Boogie is faking cancer. I also don't understand why he wouldn't just show it if he had a diagnosis, but either way, we won't know without an actual doctor involved. So I won't speculate on that, but what I can do is confront Boogie on this second claim, the cancer and medical bills, because I found out a few days ago that these statements were false. I know this because Boogie gave us a timeline of when he got paid in the first place. So when were you paid the $5,000?
5 days ago.
Later, I verified with Boogie this payment occurred on June 19th. And when Boogie said all the money was gone on June 26th, that gives us a window of time where he should have receipts for about $5,000.
Why does he lie to people that are smart? Why?
The funniest part.
Because he thinks he's better than him. He thinks he's better and smarter than CoffeeZilla. It is narcissism. Yeah, go ahead.
If he never did this meme coin,
yeah,
none of this would be happening right now.
Yeah, that meme coin really pissed people off the wrong way. Tell that guy I'm not doing it, by the way, man.
$1,000 of medical expenses.
Thank you, Salvatore.
Boogie, when I asked, agreed to share these expenses with me, and the following conclusions are based on him providing accurate records, which I know is a dubious idea, but when he shared what he had, it fell far short of even what I was expecting. He gave me 2 receipts for the time period, one for $154, the other for a copay of $60, a total of $214 by the time we talked. So where did the rest of the money go? Well, Boogie claimed that it was really intended for medical expenses after we spoke, and that when he said the money was gone, he meant it colloquially and then accused me of lying. That's on June 28th. That's on June 28th. You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone. It's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it.
See, you're stupid, CoffeeZilla. You're a dumb guy.
Colloquialism. Use fucking Google that. It's very common.
I don't think that he's ever been talked to that. Like, look at him. He's looking. I don't think anybody's ever talked to him like that his entire life. You know how there's been accusations about Boogie with the girl. One of the girls came out and said he used to scream at me and do all this crazy shit. I'm starting to believe, I think. Oh, he screamed at me. He screamed at me before.
Yeah,
but, I mean, look, I screamed in the back. In fairness, but I mean,
but I'm just saying, I think she might be on to something. Is all I'm saying.
And also considering the house that he grew up, he likes to pretend that he was just kind of like meeking in the corner the whole time. But the only way you can survive that kind of household is to fight back. You know?
I'm saying
I've been here. Like you let him finish. I've literally. Oh, this is therapeutic for me.
This level of scrutiny.
I can tell. Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so I have a big problem with this because looking back at what Boogie said, it wasn't just the money's gone, which already means very specifically the money's gone, but he also says the money's at Mercy Hospital right now. which is a colloquialism I've never heard before if you mean it's not at Mercy Hospital.
It's at Mercy Hospital right now.
But even being as charitable as I can, adding in everything he calls medical expenses outside of our time window, like there was an $1,000 credit card payment. Okay, we'll just say that's medical, right? He's still only able to get me to about $2,500 worth of medical expenses for the month, most of it not to Mercy Hospital, which I wondered about. Did he need the fatty coin then from where I was sitting instead of having spent the money on medical bills? It looked like he saved most of it because of his starting and ending bank balances for the month. Wait, you're taking... You paid about $2,500. Like you're also talking about money you haven't spent, which you're trying to add up to $3,000. That's not the $5,000 you said was gone. And then you're taking...
I told you it was $4,000 when we started this conversation, but of course you're lying about that too.
Boogie, can you explain exactly how you started the month with $800, ended it with $5,000? You're saying the $5,000 you made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with it.
I saved my ass off.
That's right. The $5,000 Boogie made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with the $5,000 sitting in his bank account right now. That's there because he pinched his pennies. Now, when I pointed out Boogie could have refunded the scam if he wanted to, he freaked out and told me he's got a mortgage to pay. Boogie, you need to pay that $5,000 back. You need to find a way to refund people.
If I do, I won't have.
It's not spent. You have.
Yeah, I've gone through this too. When I bring up the fact, like, you don't get to tell anybody what to do. You fucking manage your finances into the fucking ground. Then he brings up like how he's been made so much more money and been successful than me. When you say you got to pay it back, then he turns around and says, "I don't got the money." It's just like this contrarian. I think. Thanks. Who gave me that video? That was beautiful. Oh, thanks so much, whoever that was. I forget who it was. What does Core want? Core, what do you want?
First time caller, long time listener. I just wanted to say Boogie bad.
Boogie bad. Good job, Corey. You did a great thing. Presley, you're the last caller, I decided, because you're the last one in there. Presley, but you only have a couple seconds because I'm done.
You got to unmute.
I'll be doing after shows pretty much for the rest of next week, so you got to unmute. What's up, man?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Oh. I'm not blowing you up. Not yet. Go.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah,
you're
you
last
get.
caller.
Okay, my apologies. My apologies.
All right.
I work in healthcare, and to hear everybody have these ideas about, the diagnoses and the treatments and everything is just so crazy to start with. And I can't believe that people even share this stuff online.
Well, there is, and don't let anybody ever tell you this, because I imagine you're used to dealing with people that are actually sick.
Yeah.
There is, and I want to make this clear, there is value in being a victim online. You can make a lot of money being a victim. You can avoid controversy by being. You can avoid criticism by being a victim. So don't understand. Like, why would people do this? Because it helps. There's like victimization can make you look sophisticated, make you look more real or hard or more insightful or have more wisdom. Nobody wants to be a victim. Everybody wants to be a victim online. Everybody. So this is not. You're in an upside down world. This is upside down world. Real world, nobody wants to get cancer. Nobody wants to talk about it. They just want to beat it or see the next, their son or their daughter the next day. But no, this is upside down land. This is the internet.
I know, it's just crazy. So that's what I was getting to is I was wondering when everybody was offering him money and everything, being like, if you show, then we'll give you XYZ, and it's these crazy amounts of money.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, any sane person, if they believed them, would show whatever they had to if they were telling the truth, right? But do you think that these people offering Disney trips or whatever it may be, do you think they just throw their money around like that anyways?
We're talking about multimillionaires. Mudahar's a multimillionaire. Destiny's a multimillionaire. I mean, these guys have serious money to throw around. I'm not, by the way. If you want to donate, by the way, our link's in the fucking description. No, they're like, I have this weird relevance in the internet where I'm around a bunch of fucking filthy rich millionaires, and I've never achieved what they. I bet Boogie was a millionaire at one point. These guys are players, man. They're players in a very big game. And
it's crazy because they seem like normal people. It's just
I wanted to see Joe Jangles. What was the final price that Mudahar put up, Matt?
Was it
20 grand?
Was it 50?
50 grand?
Like, I know altogether it was like 50.
If I would have said, Boogie, I'll give you $1,000, my wife would have woke up and I would have been like, there would have been an Ariel Goldberg spear from this side of the screen to the other one if I even dreamed of saying something like that. She gets mad. She gets mad when I put $5 on a goddamn game. If I said so, I was wondering with Dojangles. You don't have to give him that much. I wonder what she was thinking.
I feel like Jen and Muda are so smart about all of this that they feel so confident.
Yeah, I got this. And here's another thing. I don't know if everybody would have paid out, but I would bet I would bet Matt's other leg that Muda Hard would have paid out.
Muda and Destiny I think Muda would have for sure. But when it comes to Keem, I was like, I don't know.
I don't know. I
don't know anybody like that. I don't know Keem.
I think he'd have to pay out because if he doesn't pay out, we're going to lose subs.
Do you have a clip?
That's true.
You know,
it's just weird how everyone has been discussing money surrounding that sort of realm, and I don't know anything about that. Obviously,
don't live your life on the internet.
I remember watching when Keem was going to fire Connor or did fire Connor.
Yeah.
And there was this whole toss of money going around, and I was like, I wonder how much of this is real versus what is, actually.
All right, so what is it? 80,000 total? I think about 60,000 are real. How about that? I don't think everybody would pay. There you go. I do.
Okay, well,
because the biggest money came from let me tell you something about Mudahar. All right, I had a long-standing thing with one of his friends who happened to be one of the worst evil YouTubers, this guy Mama Max. God, I was trying to remember what happened. Mama Max had essentially called me a pedophile sympathizer, right? I don't know if Muda says he was fucking unaware of it. He told me he was going to look into it. And then I hear from her a month. And people have told me they're going to do me favors and shout me out. I don't know how many freaking times over the years, 1 million times. He got back. He told me after I done with this thing, because he was legitimately busy at the time. But I'll be perfectly honest with you. I didn't count on it. I wasn't going to call him out or anything. I was like, yeah, okay, Muda, you do what you got to do. I'll help you when you need my help. A month went by. He contacted me to make sure that I didn't forget, and he didn't forget, right, that he was going to go through with this, and he did. And it was not the most comfortable thing for him because it was a fellow YouTuber he was kind of close with, and he said, so I have no doubt in my mind that he would have put out that money. None.
I met all of them at VidCon, and so I think they're really good people.
Some of them.
I don't know them as best friends or anything like that, but I think they're really respectful.
There's about fucking 10 to 8% of YouTubers that are good people. I got news for you. Somebody was bad.
I know that. Personal up close.
But Muda, I will vouch for. He's a man of his word. A man, as Epic Mealtime would say.
Yeah, I think Muda's great, and Dojangles has always been really
she's a sweetheart
kind to me and everything, so I don't have any crosswords. But when it came to Keem, I don't know anything about all that.
Keem would have had to put it up. Although it would have been a joke on lolcow if he didn't. That's the only way we would have turned into money. No, I think he would have put it up.
Yeah.
I think you have when you run your mouth like that, you have to. I made a bet with Keem once, and he I'll tell you something. He got inside information that this guy Tonka was gonna not fight Andy Worski, and he says, put your money on Rouse and put your money on Tonka. And I forget what I put up, like $200-300 or something like that. But he had already known. He hustled me out of the money. He already known that Tonka couldn't be a part of this fight, right? And I remember somebody sent me the stream. So when he didn't fight, I was just like, okay. I PayPal'd him. Actually, I think I PayPal'd Blade the money, and then somebody played me the clip, and he's like, wait a minute, he really did pay me back.
Yeah, I mean, I know he has it, and it's like when you've been framed as the bad guy of YouTube for so long, and I've heard of pretty close instances with him. It's hard to see, but I mean, at the end of the day,
let me put it this way:
a good businessman.
Let me put it this way: if he thought it was going to hurt him, he's not. If he thought he'd get away with it, he probably wouldn't. If he thought it was going to hurt him, he'd definitely pay out. That's the way I say. All right, you're the last caller. Yeah. Thanks so much, Presley. All the best.
Cool.
I'm done. I don't work like Chud Logic. He thinks I'm lazy. You know that?
2 hours.
Yeah.
Lazy. Chud just sits there and just
insane.
goes over.
I don't know how he know, but to do that, I used to think Rush Limbaugh was like fucking amazing. What he did 3 and just by himself. Oh my God, I can't do that. I'm not that talented. Chud's talented.
Yeah, but you don't.
Chud's talented.
But Tommy, you can't sit there and watch a video. Chud can. That's the difference. Like if you were to do what you do for 10 hours, yeah. But
I couldn't do it on Shot from the Point.
Watch a video.
I couldn't do it from Shot from the Point. I could fire up a stream and start doing it. I suppose.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it on SFTP. Give old man a break. Yeah, I know he says something because you should work harder. I think I don't know that he ever said I was lazy. By the way, I'm just joking around. But
Okay,
I'm jealous that I can't do what he does. I'll be honest, he makes a lot more money than me. You know, if I could figure out a way to do that, nobody wants to listen to my bullshit for that long. You know, but I took everybody's call. Yes, it was an amazing stream. I'm glad I was a part of internet history. I hope lolcow goes on, but if it doesn't, I'm fine with it. And I'll just keep making content over here and then Glory Hunters and whatever. And that's it. Jeannie, Matt, thanks so much.
Do you have a clip of that?
$5. You should see Reg Bar regularly do 12. I couldn't do that. That's amazing. I guess I got to do. I didn't read a lot of the chat, so you guys can split if you want. You guys can get out of here if you want. I'm going to read because I didn't do too many because I usually don't get this many, and I think that's only fair. Shit's sparking up already. What do we got? I just made a video last night. I just said boogie. People are like, it was like, you know, I was like, I want to like start a discussion. So I just made a video and said boogie.
Yeah.
Hunter Lewis, this will go down in YouTube history. Spill the tea, Tommy, Amanda, or Diva. Love you, Diva. Teddy, I don't know what the big deal is already. I already exposed his records. Teddy, two-step cowboy. It's true. Tommy's wife, get back to work. Core, house husband C. Yeah, in some sense, yeah. You know, I do this because she can't. I live in Belgium, stayed up night. You're my favorite podcast. And I saw Destiny's stream where he was figuring it out. Yeah, I heard about that, but I only heard about that an hour or two before I went in. I think Boogie was sort of, I don't know if he thought it was going to happen that day, but I think he kind of knew it was coming. Beckenbauer makes Boogie look like Jesus. Yeah, don't say bad things about France, right? He didn't want to pay the fucking taxes. He's a hero. A favorite Belgian football player, De Bruyne. But that's an easy one. Actually, he's the only one I really fucking know. I mean what are you going to say, Lukaku? Never. Next time you talk to Boogie2988, ask him about CC's Pizza. He'll tell you the best. I don't know. I wish you would have told me 60-bit Pete. Someone tell someone tell this wannabe Jesus Snowflake he's acting terrible. Thanks so much, 16 Nova. New here, much respect for Tommy and Wings, just being honest. Thanks so much. Nova, KMC. Yo, Tommy, I missed the stream, but did you see CoffeeZilla new video? And I think we covered that as well. Let's go over the other stuff. The other ones. I do wish you guys would do Streamlabs, but I understand I kind of understand if you can't. But I would much rather. I hit the wrong button. And then don't worry, I'll do all you, later. 2 hours, huh? How do you like being a new member of the team?
Oh, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
female host. I can't believe
I was
it.
able to eat. Yeah. No, I was able to eat my whole lasagna during it. So.
Yeah,
no, I had to have a late dinner. So
Jenny's kind of doing Matt's old job, and Matt's probably going to hosting things. So that's probably so I can keep the chemistry and what have you. It might be a 3-man show for as long as Matt wants to do it. And then it's you. Then you got to take both jobs. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Where is the? I need to find. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. I so instinctively hit on foot mob. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's go to my dashboard right here, and I'll read the other ones. Reading them all today because I didn't get. I had so many people calling in. Shout out to Billy Fridge. I really enjoy his stuff. A Marie. Boogie's lying to you in private about Bad Cancer Day. That's a new low. Thanks so much. Shaq Trop, the shaman dude cured Boogie. Screw modern medicine. Medicare needs to hit him up right now. Thanks so much. $5 there. Teddy, what if Boogie finally says, fine, I lied about cancer? And the doctor comes out and says, wait, no, he has it. It's a scenario I've thought of, to be honest with you. Then he comes out and he gets it. And I would say, I'll tell you what happened, Teddy. If that happens, I'm starting to go to church. How about that? I'm going to go to church and confess everything and become a much better person. And this proves, there's the other time. There's 3 times I believe. That would make me believe in God again. The volcanoes in Lanzarote make me believe in God. And when my brother his adopted children were taken away from him. And then all of a sudden his wife, who couldn't get pregnant, got pregnant like past the age of 40. That's when I was like, maybe there is a God.
Yeah.
Those 3 things. That would do it. Ghosty, Does this beat the dead mom lie? Wait. Oh, I think I know it. I too bad. What's his name's not here from that. Does this beat the dead mom? Is that a shot at fucking Matt? If that's a Ghosty, if that's a shot at Matt, his mom's gone. Keem just tweeted, Boogie's brother confirmed the cancer. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Boogie lied to me. But then, you know, if you tell him to confirm the... I'm sorry. As much as I like that guy, I wouldn't even be mad at him if he's fucking lying for Boogie at this point because he loves his brother. Yeah, whatever. Declan, I don't know why he'd stick his reputation on it, and not with his background. Declan Black, Robert Rowland, 63, Trippy Gaming. And I could hear Boogie saying, well, my brother said it, nobody believed me. See, I told you, I'll never be so. Like, oh, God. Binary Dyslexic, Evan Marchant, and Glock Evor, they all are brand new subs. I appreciate. Boogie tipped me. I actually have a gun on my desk just in case things go wrong. He also said, I'm going to Chernobyl to actually get cancer, and that's $10 total. Robert Clark, Salvador Barreto, I don't know how to say that, but thank you. Bennett Morgan and Ben Bushmill, they're all new subs. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Watch my streams, my crap. Ostinato? I can't say that. $25.
Ostentatious.
Yeah, I don't know. My eyes are gone. Helping you reach multi-million status 1 tornado time. Thank you so much, man. I'll go spend it tonight. How about that? You should see Red Bar regularly do 12. I couldn't. No, it's never going to happen. I got in this for radio. They do 3-hour shifts, and I don't think it works for YouTube. So I want to be radio, but he is a radio guy. I have plenty of admiration for Red Bar and people that can do this. Maybe I got to start doing stuff like I can't. I don't know if I'm not talented or whatever. No, maybe that'll change one day. Maybe I have to do it. I'm doing that. It's going to be a lot more fucking planning. I'll probably have to hire people. You know, no more volunteers. Oatbag, Mrexon, Ashley B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Everborn, Latchkey, Gothboy, Little Manly, Nesquik, Panic Pun, Reynolds Hughes, Tommy C's Cat, Trippy Savage, Irish, Genie. You're working over here. You probably could pull that if you want to. You don't have to do that anymore. If you're working over here, it probably doesn't look very good. Although Verse donates a shit ton of money. Well, that's up to you, but you don't have to. By the way, now you're on the team now. I'm probably gonna give you access to the new server pretty soon. Picklington, Alexander. Oh, that's not him. That's a guaranteed way to get yourself. You get $10 a month on the Patreon, and that's a guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Read your stuff. You're not guaranteed with a dono, but I read so little off today that's it. I'm going out. I've been outside. I was up to 5 in the morning last night, and I got to go burn off some energy. I will do some more after shows. You have to be a member to hear the after shows. They're on Discord. They're a lot of fun. We make fun of murder victims. Sounds kind of fucked up, and it is. So join us. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate everyone and everything, and all you guys donate, and lolcow and Glory Hunters, and everything we've ever done, even breakfast and beer. Take care and good night.